Good evening, good morrow, and good day, or should I say, ho ho ho, good King Wenceslas, and ding dong merrily on high. It's here with the Slice and Dice with the Manylands campaign and our Christmas special, because it's our last ever session in 2019, just before the Christmas break.
Ominous pause, yeah.
Last ever session of 2019. So hello everyone. I hope you're doing well this evening. So before we begin, got a couple of announcements. Very first announcement is one that we've been working on for quite some time, and actually to name check here, Marta's been working on for quite some time, and that is our Discord channel, which we've now opened up for you guys so you can join. There's a link on our Twitch page that's only live for today. If you click on the picture that says chat with the Discord icon on it, you'll then be taken through to the invite to join the Discord server. So please do that if you're watching live today. Secondly, as I said, we're breaking for the holidays. We're going to be back on January the 6th, so that's 2 Mondays' time. So for the next 2 Mondays, we won't be here, but hopefully you guys will be enjoying yourselves with Christmas, New Year's, and all the rest of it to entertain yourselves and to fill up the void that's left by this show not being on. At least that goes for me. I don't know about the rest of you. Okay, and then final thing, it's quite a big thing that, again, we've been working on in the background, that's quite exciting. But before we get into that, actually, before I let you know exactly what that is, I have a little something for you guys, actually. I say I have a festive-looking chap in a beard and so on has come with certain items for you guys. So, in no particular order.
What's the CR rating on Santa?
Seth.
He's actually quite high, it's surprising. Really good with an axe.
Fleeting look.
Oh, thank you.
The Oberyn.
What?
I know, it's so fleeting.
Brukop.
Yes.
And last but not least, Mala.
We open them now.
Open them now, guys. Please.
Oh man.
I actually...
So much tape.
Drake Lazarus says, ho ho hold monster.
So much tape.
Thank you.
So much tape. I'm just going to break it.
These are very well
So
packed, I hope.
the amount of training from my family that prevents me from doing what you're doing right now.
It must open without damaging the packaging.
No,
Damn it, that's
It's-
the one.
yeah.
But eventually,
Nice.
I concluded the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's too much tape.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Merry Christmas. Spooky.
Oh, actually, there's one from me as well. So for those of you who haven't seen already, these you may be wondering, what are these T-shirts that we've got right here?
With the ampersand and everything. Oh.
That's with the old ampersand.
I've got the old
You-
ampersand.
okay. I should let you know, guys. Those.
Oh, mate.
You've ruined my joke already.
Oh,
Those ones that you've got, the three of you with the Party and collection. Those are limited editions, you three, because you've got the old ampersand on there, as opposed to the new logo, which we now have, which is this one right here.
Misprinted. It was like, now it's worth £5,000.
As Drake Lazarus says, there's a new ampersand. Yes, you're right. There is. It's been working on this for a little while.
Son of a...
But finally, our merch store has launched. So, because obviously you can't get enough Slice and Dice in your life. Now you can wear it outside of watching the stream as well. Thank you guys. This is kind of a thank you for you guys for being involved. Wear it with pride and possibly discreetly.
Many pride.
Our merch store is now live, and as a little treat for you guys watching live here before Christmas, there is 20% discount on all orders on our merch store before Christmas. That's all orders placed before Christmas Eve. Use the code, which I've got written next to me here on the screen, which is SADNAT20. SAD natural 20. SADNAT 20.
Sad.
Think positive, guys. It's a sad night.
It's a sad Christmas. No, it's not. So make your sad Christmas
like
brighter
Daenerys' first.
with an SAD t-shirt.
Oh, no, it was a nat 1, actually.
No. Sad nat 20 is a nat 20 on an ability check where it doesn't count.
Yeah. It's like, what was your total? But anyway, you can brighten up your Christmas with t-shirts, mugs, we've got phone cases, all the things. With S&T merch on. I know it's a big out there thing, but it's ready to go. So I guess thank you very much, first of all, for tuning in and supporting us. And yes, if you'd like to support us in a different way and get a little something for yourself by selling on merch store. Pitch over. Anyway, that's all the points of order. So without any further ado, unless you guys have anything to add, we'll jump in today. Let's jump in with Slice and Dice.
Let's get our shit.
Hey everybody, so we are back. So last time, some unexpected things happened with the party, and I think the biggest thing was, one, you were trying to ascertain who Fang was, the person who had...
Wasn't the biggest.
One of them anyway, who had tasked Hogarth with the giving the money over to the courier that you were on the trail of, Dean Fringe. Anyway, as your interrogation techniques didn't quite give you the results you wanted, you end up going after a bit of a red herring as some of you travelled to find to a shrubbery where supposedly was a meeting spot for Fang. This was all an elaborate ruse told by Alan, the recently maimed thug who was desperate to give you something so that you didn't kill him. Anyway, that turned to nothing, and you guys came back. But some suspicion was aroused during this trip because Neris was being a lot less fiery and a lot more killy than she had been before, and this got the attention of Seth, who, as the most venerable killer in the party, was like, nobody's stealing my spotlight.
Thank you.
Thank you. So old.
I think so. Anyway, that you then decided to confide in not only your sometime best pal Fleeting Look, but also...
he secured that very well last week.
But also in one of the more magical members of the party with Leobrin, and also quite a level head, you would probably argue. Anyway, Neris overheard this conversation as she was in the room next door, and she set about, through Marta obviously, using her staff of the Rat King, her only magical power she seems to still wield, and basically tried to get the rats to steal something from Seth's room. But this didn't work because they were a very loud collection of rats, which I suppose they would be. Waking up Seth, which startled you, and then you went to the door and found out it was Neris, and then she went to attack you, which didn't work. And then Seth decided that perhaps stabbing one of his party members might look pretty bad on the rest of the group, considering his most recent actions.
I am so glad I thought that through.
You thought that very well through.
The temptation to stab was so high.
There's learning. This is character development.
I was
it was
like, I want to
nice.
stab. And then I was
Anyway,
like,
you
I
wanted
don't
to stab
want
so
die.
badly, but you refrained and instead alerted your party members that Neris was using the staff. And then, after some toing and froing as to what should be done, and
rats.
alert, danger. Aside from that, because Seth is still cursed, it seems. You then called upon your until now dormant cleric Malar to investigate himself, and newly revitalised Malar could then use Zone of Truth to try and figure out what's going on here, and something about Neris wasn't quite right, particularly in the very last question where Malar just asked outright, Neris, what are you? To which she then attacked him and did a lot of damage, and that's exactly where we're picking things up. So first thing today, guys, everyone roll initiative.
Well,
Can we
that's
move the
typical.
biscuits away from the...
Yes, it is. Oh no, you might have rolled something
away
different.
from the battlefield?
Oh, I also need to roll initiative. That'd be handy, wouldn't it?
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Classic.
I've done a martial and rolled 2 of the same number when rolling 2 dice.
My curse, it spreads.
It's okay. It's better that it's me than one of you guys, I think. You know, for the rest of you. So anyway, okay. So guys, did anyone get 20 or above?
Oh boy.
Oh no!
What's Seth?
Oh
What? Okay.
How bad is it?
no! We're so screwed.
Okay. Anyone 20 to 15?
15.
Okay.
Guys, I took 31 points of damage last week.
It's
Let's
probably
get
it's
these
probably
over.
it's probably vindication now that you get the next move.
Is it?
Well, you know, you can do something about it.
I would have got the people in the way first.
Like heal.
I know, that was literally my first move, like, get in between them.
Okay. 15 to 10.
Oh, guys.
We are proper
10.
fucked.
Well,
10. Okay.
we
10.
don't know. We don't know.
I
what
rolled a
position-
goddamn 2!
No, we do not.
But you're still miraculously second in the order,
There we go.
despite
It's
that.
the swashbuckler thing. You get your
Plus, you get
dex
charisma
added
added.
to it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone
Plus
else?
8.
Okay. 10 to 5.
6. Also 6.
Okay. You hang on. Hang on. Howland didn't do very well. He has +1, so he's 5. So that's fine. You two roll off.
12. 8. This dice is not going to be used again in this session.
I'm still second, I think.
Okay. So that was.
I think I'm still second.
So that'd be Neris, then Fleeting, then Brucon. Okay.
And Howland?
Howland got 5, so then it's him and the Ogre. 4. Okay. All right. We all did really well,
Yeah.
guys. This is a good start. Anyway,
I rolled a 2,
as long as
and I'm second.
everyone is terrible, it's fine.
let's open up the dice cam. We're live. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. So this all happened in the corridor because it's like a house party. Everyone just congregates naturally in the thoroughfare just to get in everyone's way. So. Top of the round, Malar, what would you like to do?
Flee for your
Fools.
Having just been slapped really hard in the chest, I would imagine.
Yes.
It's not Neris! And then we'll slap himself for a whopping 9 plus 3 is going to be 12 points of healing.
Good call. Very good call.
And then he's going to take these. I can't do anything with the bonus action. I'm not going to move. No, I am going to move. No, I'm not going to move.
Opportunity attack.
I'm not going to move.
I'm going to say that.
Absolutely anything in here.
Okay, that's your turn. Seth.
Cool. I'm gonna step up next to Malar,
What licorice?
and I'm going to draw my. No, they're on the fucking ground.
Yeah, your weapons are on the ground, so you
Yeah.
have to use an action to pick one of them up. Yeah, you're right.
Action to pick them up.
Yeah. So it's free action to drop, but to pick it up is a
Fucking belt. Okay, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm just gonna draw my rapier. So I'm not gonna take. I'll take the whole. Is it action just to pick up the whole belt, put it on?
I'll say action to pick up the whole thing. Yeah.
Cool. I'll take the whole thing then and draw my rapier for the free action. Bonus action to dash because I've probably used more than 30 feet of movement to
Just running around the.
Fucking around.
to get through people. So I'm gonna come next to him, sword drawn. Rapier pointing at Neris.
Mhm.
No longer prepare an action like I wanted, but going to say, where is she?
Okay.
It's also worth noting that Zone of Truth is still up.
Okay, so now look, eyes on me because obviously it is Neris's go. And Neris says nothing actually and just goes to hit you. First attack. Okay, 11's gonna miss.
Hit who?
Seth. 11's a miss, either way. Second attack, again back on Seth. That's even worse. So, woof woof, misses.
I love that she goes from kung fu fighting to.
But just completely
Is this
misses.
the time to use our new tool?
Yes.
No.
She then
Oh, wait,
threatens.
comment
She then
on it,
threatens
sorry.
Seth. Threatens Seth.
Really?
No. She then threatens Seth.
Oh, with the threat.
Yes.
Put the volume up.
First, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna burn your hat.
Yeah, Mark's made us some recordings while she's not here. Great. All right, that's Neris's go.
Well, Drake, with the Dadaist combat suggestions, attaching a yo-yo to your knife hilt, not such a silly idea after all, I guess.
Very good.
Just go full Kratos with it and just chain your weapons to yourself.
Do what?
In the future.
Yo-yo knife.
I mean, you're going to have to do some crafting before you can do that. Anyway. So, next up, Fleeting Look. What are you doing?
She's just trying to attack your best friend.
Actually, very nice.
Oh, I like how you're using that now.
Yeah, when you need it.
Well, you don't need it, I use it.
Mala, how many points have you got?
I'm actually not too bad. I'm at about
You just healed yourself for 12.
21.
Right, okay.
I forget you can heal stuff.
I'm about
20,
Yeah.
18. I'm good. But yeah, don't worry about me.
Cool. Okay, in that case, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Seth.
Aww.
Thank you.
Best friend.
Are you standing next to Neris, or is there a space between?
There's space between the looks of it from the camera. Are you doing anything else at all?
No.
All right, Brucon.
Okay, so Brucon's got 35 feet.
Space to squeeze in.
There is indeed.
Yeah,
So
diagonally.
Brucon, he's going to attempt to,
10, 15.
and then
Next to?
dive in there.
Literally dive. Is this, So this is a corridor.
I'm
This
just
isn't-
picturing flying dwarf.
This
Yep.
isn't a landing, is it? I mean, the side that is open, is that open to the bar below?
No, it's not open.
This is a
There's a corridor. Those are walls, wooden walls.
Okay, Brucon sprints between the confused legs of all the people in this suddenly extremely busy corridor, and is going to attempt to. No, I was going to say he's going to attempt to put Neris in a full Nelson. The thing that's just occurred to me is that there's certain practical problems with this plan, like a 1.5 foot height difference between the two of them. But fuck it, if you're I'm not going to become a dwarf and not a monk, and not attempt stuff like this. So full Nelson with a jump as part of the movement. There's a sort of jump up and try and get her in a classic subdual hold.
Classic grip. So a grapple check.
So a grapple check. Right, come on, let's hope this is a bit better.
So it's contested against my acrobatics or athletics. It's athletics for you as you're the one
and then a flying dwarf
initiating
just
it.
comes from the side of the camera. It takes her off screen.
Okay, 17.
Okay, 17 also. So I avoid with acrobatics avoids the grapple, nimbly, lively slides out of the way.
That's probably the best.
Oh no, you didn't.
That's probably the quite.
Or just the Brucon threat. This could take a while. Are you doing anything else at all, Brucon?
I can't even right now.
No, I think that's it. To be fair, because that's a move action and a standard action. So.
Okay, so next it's Howland, who on his inventory doesn't have a javelin or any. Oh no, he has hand axes, so he's going to try and throw a hand axe through the.
Happened in a crowded corridor.
Yep. He's going to sidle over to basically plug up the gap next to Fleeting, just to try and get a clearer shot. Because then it's just Brucon. He's really, and possibly a bit of Seth in the way. Goes to throw.
Got a sort of first rank fire, second.
Going to go
second
throw
rank
his
fire.
hand axe. 13 on the dice, so that for him is going to be that's going to be 18, which hits. Yeah, I know he did some damage. That's nice. So. It actually counts. Full damage. He does.
Not while here, of course.
Not while here. No. Classically, not while here. He does 9 points of slashing damage as a hand axe embeds itself into Neris's form, just like kind of in her chest. She kind of flinches but holds strong. That's he'll then sort of turn to Leober and go, "Shall I hold the line?
Yes!
Or draw me back with you?"
Nope, please do the first thing.
All right. And he's going to stay there, and that's his turn. So next is Leoberon.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in the way.
There's a lot of people in the way.
And I have no spell slots.
In my head. Started playing baby combat with squishy stay back. Squishy.
Classic.
I mean, I guess I'll just fire some spells in and hope things happen. Eldritch Blast, because Warlock.
Yeah, do it.
17 to hit.
Okay, so Eldritch Blast is a ranged attack, spell attack, right?
Yes.
So partial cover could.
+2.
Yeah, it's going to have +2 to its AC. That's exactly what I was going to say because of the guys in the way. But it still hits just.
Yay! Damage. That is 6 force damage.
6
to,
force damage.
Not Neris.
It's totally Neris.
To
Totally Neris
Neris.
right now, as far as you're aware. Neris. All right. Are you moving at all?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. So top of the round, back to Malar.
Now I was going to flank around the other side of Neris like this, see
Yep.
what Brucon's up to. No one is Neris, no one. And he's going to try and grapple her.
Okay. Yeah. Make it. So this will be a contested grapple check.
Go.
Oh, no.
Ooh, it's 7.
I only got 6.
Oh, are you kidding me? All right.
I rolled a 2.
I suppose it does make more sense that the giant elephant man is somewhat more successful at this than the...
With
And
a
the trunk's
terrible roll.
digging in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I grab her.
You grab her. Okay, great. And are you doing anything else? Good bonus action. No?
No.
Cuddle attack!
Cuddle! I'll hug the badness from her. Yes.
The grapple
That sounds
restrains
like something
her
Cloak would do.
movement, but not her action.
She can still attack, yes.
Is there a way to... Is there such a thing as double grappling? To restrain her from attacking?
Yeah, I'll say you can restrain her. You can grapple her as well, and then if successful, I'd say between the two of you, then be one more round,
Yeah.
and then you could restrain her on that
Bring
second.
her back to...
So yeah, it's your
I
turn.
realise she can still hit us, and she actually
She can, because she's still got an arm free currently. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So
Just wrap into her and like grab her on one side.
it's pretty much a pure roll. Yeah.
So you're going to grapple as well.
I'm gonna try and grab. I'm just gonna move there. So, there's a bit
So
more
it's
space.
athletics if you're trying to grapple, and it'll be acrobatics in this case for Neris to try and get out.
Come on, not a 2. Oh. 13.
Rolled 13 on the dice.
Oh, man.
Sorry, man. You try to grab her, and she's just with her one hand that still has the staff. She just beats you away with it. Beats you to death with it. No, she doesn't. Are you doing anything else for bonus action?
I'm just gonna move to here to just give a little bit more space so people
So-
to come through.
Comment in chat from Drake Lazarus, if we could turn this into a WWE match somehow, that would also be great. Headlock, suplex, fire hands.
Fire hands.
But no, I'll do my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, so Neris' turn. Stamps the staff into the ground, beats it into the ground.
She doesn't have the stuff.
She does.
How?
We took it off her last
Yeah,
week.
we took it off
Manuel
her.
tried to break it.
They tried breaking it.
And he-
We had it. We had this
Wait,
whole
so you
conversation.
have it, and you're grappling her.
No, I dropped it. If I had it. I
Yeah,
would've
because
dropped it.
you or Leo had it.
I know I tried to break it.
Yeah, we tried breaking it.
You know you tried breaking it, but then
We
I
didn't
thought
give it back to
no,
her.
it was dropped on the floor, and she
No.
picked it up.
If Mal was holding it and he's now grappling
Well,
her,
I've
Yeah,
dropped it.
it's
next to her.
On the floor.
not-
So she
it's
okay.
actually-
So in which case,
it's
okay,
actually
let me
down.
revise that. So fair enough. Okay, so she won't do that. She will try and break the grapple then with Malar, and but before she does
We
that,
had soundboard for
do
this.
soundboard.
But she doesn't have the staff.
Right.
Oh, you want to do the Malar one?
Yeah.
Okay, the Malar one.
Okay, we can roll at the same time.
Save your prayers, Malar. Your gods won't save you now.
That's what she says.
So scary.
She's gonna try and break the grapple.
It's another 7.
7 altogether.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 15 this time. So
Whoa!
moves out of the grapple, and now she's going to. That's her action to do so. So now she's going to try and move. She's going to try and run back. She's going to run back through that door, which is not locked.
And we all get attacked. opportunity.
Yes, you do.
Oops,
That's
if
quite
you
right.
want
You do.
to beat up our friend.
She's escaping.
Opens
You're
up. onto the
automatically
door.
proficient with your fists, aren't you? As
Yeah.
just
I've
a
got
character.
Fists,
Oh.
yes.
Fists of Fury.
Oh, for God's sake.
So yeah, 3 of you get opportunity attacks.
Brucon definitely
This is
misses.
how Seth treats his friends.
15.
Fif-
Malar.
15 hits.
16.
So it's
16
It's
hits.
going to be 4 points of damage.
4 points. Okay. Yeah. And Brucon, are you doing an attack of opportunity? Or?
Yes, but I rolled a 3.
Okay, maybe not then. Okay.
16 damage.
16 damage. Alrighty then.
Rogueways. It's pronounced the same the segues around, right? Frogway.
Yes.
So yeah, slashing into her, you do quite a lot of damage as your rapier sort of strikes through at her, but she continues to run through the now open door, pushes open, and you see her
Hang
run
on.
across the room. It's just like the bedroom,
So it's got a very strangely placed hinge.
and
Makes more sense.
although there's no window at the end, 'cause it's a bit gloomy in there, you see she runs straight for the back wall.
Knocks the back wall, knocks herself out.
That's actually died the first time.
Crunch. You hear splinters shatter. Some wood gives way, but she's still in the room. She seems to have been stopped temporarily by the wall. She's trying to break through the wood.
She's trying to punch her way through the wall.
Yeah.
As walls are wont to do.
Yes, a wooden panelled wall she's trying to break through. It's not a brick wall.
I'm picturing the scene from Hot Fuzz when they tried to jump the garden
It's
fences.
similar. Fleeting.
I'm going to run after her if I can.
Alrighty.
I think I can get to her.
Yeah, I'd say you can get to her. She'll turn around to face you.
I will restrain her if possible.
So yeah, make a grapple check.
We want to.
Oh yeah. As you tried this, you can soundboard to your heart's content.
I'm gonna send you back where you came from. Because seriously, you're just too weird for this place.
Which you get? Got 11. So yeah, you did it.
Nice.
You got her. So you've grabbed her by the arm.
What?
Currently grabbing her. Are you doing anything else fleeting, though? Your bonus action? No.
Is that too loud for the? I don't know if I'm.
It's true.
I think
You've used it 6 times.
I think there's no going back from
I
this.
feel like you've just gone in there and you're just giving a hug. Like you're not
I
really
think it's
trying to
Fruit
It's
on.
like-
Fruit on,
it's
it's your turn.
okay. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean to stab you.
This guy is just a little bit. This is going to be fine. It's going to be okay.
So-
We're all here for you.
So fleeting, are you also going with the tackle hug?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're literally running and tackle
Best
hugged her.
friends.
That's. I guess. Yeah, might as well. Brucon pulls out, slips a length of rope out of his robes, and he just keeps
His rope bag.
Or he just you've got to be prepared for anything in
He's a ropey
in
man.
the adventuring world. To be fair, he's got 150 feet of him, in his possession. So I think it's.
If you've just come out of your bedroom, we'd have questions.
This
But
is-
you've come from the street with all your stuff.
There's
so
also that.
This is
you're
what's
fine.
called overcompensating.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Malor.
Well, he's-
still only needs
he's-
pants.
Fundamentally yearning to be a sort of Tarzan-like thing, or sort of Spider-Man, Spider Dwarf.
Spider dwarf.
Spider Dwarf.
Yeah.
That's that. Okay.
All right. So
I
you're
now
going to
know
try.
what
So you're
Brucon
going
at
to try
level
and
20
grapple
is
her
doing.
with the rope, essentially.
So I'm going to try and restrain her with the rope. Yeah. So,
Okie dokie. So yeah, make another grapple check. I'll
grapple
say.
or sleight of hand.
No, I'm going to say this is a grapple, and
Okay.
I'm going to say you have advantage because Fleeting's already
Yeah.
holding her, and you've got the rope to
Yeah.
use as an additional aid.
Cool. Okay. You go Avatar: The Last Airbender on this. Oh well. Is that
That's
cut?
corked.
Yeah,
That's
that's corked.
It's
Okay.
cool.
Is that still 11?
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay, so that is 19.
19. You are successful.
Boom.
Slash the rope around her, and she looks. I mean, you've seen Neris pissed, but she looks pissed right now.
So
You saying anything?
picture, if you will, Brucon like
It goes
do it like moving into a blur surrounding her, and at the end of it, she's in this sort of like straight jacket-esque
Essentially,
configuration of rope.
but still able to speak.
Oh, you did not just do that.
No, I think I found I did. Yeah, and that's pretty much Brucon's turn. I guess.
As are you saying anything? You want to say anything to her? Or-
Brucon is. I think it'll be once he's got it restrained. He kind of goes. Now, Neris or whoever on earth it is you are, or whatever. No, Manylands was the name of the continent, wasn't it? We never got a. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, Neris or whatever you are. Let's talk this out, shall we? There's no need for violence here.
She's not in zone of truth anymore.
Yep. Good. Thank you.
And that's the sum total of Brucon's contribution this round.
And she looks you dead in the eye with her slightly disconcerting red eyes that you know Neris to have, and says, "Oh, hang on, you gonna? Are you going to do that? Because I've got
What would you
an
like?
actual thing which is nothing on there,
Oh,
unfortunately.
okay.
In fact, I've stopped the music. She says, "If you ever want to see Neris again, you're not going to kill me."
We had close to that.
We're out of combat, right?
For now, yes, you're out of combat. Yeah.
Quickly, bring her back out here. We've had the spell is still active.
Okay. Well, let's
She's
do
not going to go willingly, so this will be. You're going to. It will take some time, but you can drag her over.
How's she going to resist? Like, she's dressed up like a turkey.
She's just going to try and physically just like
Malar will
be
come in,
uncooperative.
And if you've tried her up,
Oh,
restrained her, I will grab her, lift her up,
Yeah.
and just walk her out like a toddler.
Yeah, she looks pissed, but
yeah.
unfortunately she cannot stop this happening.
Yeah, Toddler's right. Like the only manoeuvre she has available to her at this point is the classic flop on the ground and just meh, like
I
a
don't
sort of
want to go in
like
the
a
truth
yeah,
circle.
yeah.
And that's it. Like he puts her down on her back, and then like puts a foot on her.
Yeah.
Pulls her down.
Oh my god, stop.
We should never give you power.
Thank you for this
100
gift.
another contribution from
So
Drake.
many gifts tonight.
Another contribution from Drake.
Yes.
150 feet of rope is the D&D equivalent of a red convertible. Classic
Stick
overcompensation. I'm having a sort of short life crisis here. Is that what you're implying?
So, back in the zone of truth.
Thank you. Yeah.
Foot is on her. Mal leans down over his knee. If you want to live, you're gonna tell us where Ms. Neris is and who you are and what's going on here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but with Zone of Truth, as she moved out of it and then moved back in again, does she have to then make the check again?
I think that would be how I would expect it
I
to
know on the
work.
first time you enter it, you have to do it, but
If so, we're going to play in out until she fails.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's exactly how.
And I'll roll just in case.
Centered on until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a fail save, blah 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 blah.
Does it say anything about if it then leaves and comes back
It
in?
doesn't.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
So
I will assume that it still works.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So, your question again?
Oh, if you want to live, you're gonna tell us where Ms. Neris is and who you are and what's going on.
I can tell you in time.
That time is now, friend.
I tell you now. What's to stop you killing me right now?
Well, you've already made your pitch on that one about seeing our friend again.
Indeed. I am a deacon of the Eight.
I won't
keep
tell
my
you
word.
where she is, but I will lead you there.
No, we are on something of a time-sensitive mission at the moment.
I can wait.
Can
But
there
can
is-
she?
Yeah.
How did you know?
Sorry,
She
Don't
can.
stage
Sorry,
it over
Zone
this
of Truth. She can wait.
How did you know the things about her?
I've been watching her for some time.
Creepy.
How do you
What?
look like her?
Are you?
Well, I suppose there's no point in carrying on this charade any longer. And drops form. And as you see in front of you, a humanoid, but missing a lot of the classic features. The nose is pretty much completely gone. These pupilless red eyes, purplish hue. The skin's looks kind of abrasive, rough. And this appears to be of a humanoid resembling form, but not humanoid in of itself.
Does Malar recognize it? Does anybody recognize it?
I'll tell you what, I will say you guys can make history checks, see if you can recall what this would be. I think all of you have had interesting backstories, so you probably may have heard something about this in reading or
Well,
otherwise.
it works in theory. In practice, no. Nice.
19.
Now Leoben, you got this. You got this nailed. Okay, so
In and out of character.
Yep. You have in your time in Manylands, you were privileged to some of the finer things in upbringing and so on. And
This is one of them?
no, what I was going to say was
People.
that you had when you were young, you had a nanny, and she used to tell you stories. And one of the stories that she told you as a young elf, young half elf, sorry, was to do with beings that would shift their form and could completely resemble identically to somebody else, known as a doppelganger. I mean, yeah. By the end of last session, I was like, well, it's quite clear what this is now. But anyway.
You would be surprised how many shape-changing things exist.
Yes, exactly. You can never quite tell with illusions.
I was like, I've got this, wrote it down, and you said that. I was like, no,
can
that was
read
wrong.
minds.
That was, yeah.
What did you write down?
Changeling.
I heard changeling as well.
Sneak attack, slam.
Anyway, doppelganger in
Sneak
this
attack,
case.
Slam, can read minds.
Exactly.
Do you
The whole part.
Do you know that last bit in the game?
I don't know. In game, do I know that?
I'll say with a 19 that you don't know about the reading thoughts bit. You do know about the changing form. Yeah.
Furnished with
Yes, this is a doppelganger. This they can change their face, their shape, their body,
There
not their
being,
clothes.
I should say, one extra thing to amend to
Those
that
are
is.
Neris's clothes that it's wearing.
Okay, this is getting really...
No. When it changed form, no clothes.
Is it naked?
It's naked, yeah.
Okay,
Ah.
look. Now I'll go put clothes
But it can
on
change its form
and
to
bring
make
a
it look
sheet
like
back for
clothes.
this.
Oh, well, could one of you restrain her?
She is.
I meant, Master, his foot on it.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Chest.
Yeah, no,
Okay, that
I'm
was
going to put a foot on her and my rapier in the wall next to her head.
Malak goes back to his room and puts his trousers on. And
Well
It's
remembered.
quite a sensible idea.
That was a very strange
One
grapple that happened earlier.
last thing to add to your history check, Leobrin, was that you were aware from the stories that doppelgangers are beings made entirely of magic. In fact, it was rumoured that the first doppelganger was created by a very powerful mage years ago. So, almost an experiment that went wrong. As such, they
This is why
possess
it's coded as
magical-
magic. when we
Exactly.
scanned.
You have a weird nanny.
Yep. Equal.
My nanny wasn't one. She just knew things like a good nanny should know.
And equally, they are drawn to beings of magical power.
I repeat the thing you just heard.
There you go. Law.
Malak comes back with a sheet. Oh, you asked for this?
Yeah, just go break that on the bottom half of it so we don't have to see doppelganger junk.
Pretty
She's-
sure they don't have
The
any
doppelganger, she kind of smirks. I think I shouldn't do that.
anatomically...
Finding it
Correct.
funny that you
As a
guys are so
Ken doll.
coy about,
Barbie and Ken.
about the natural form.
But Malak's covered up now. What was I going to say? Look, where is Neris?
Like I said, I'll show you where she is. I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Why?
You wouldn't even know where it is if I told you.
Why have you done this?
Okay.
Yeah, this is important information
I
that has to be
have-
shared with everyone.
I have my reasons.
And they might be what?
She serves a greater purpose.
Malak
How long?
harumphs at that.
How long would it take to get to her?
It's gonna take you at least a couple of days.
Oh, I'm so very annoyed
Sorry,
at this.
let me amend that because you can't lie.
Damn set of truth!
It'll take you at least a day.
Day.
Is she still?
At least a day.
She's still on the continent then. She can't be that far away.
Town-wise, she's the only places within a day of here will be Hilberg, Rundar, or somewhere that's too pixelated for me to read.
Which one?
It's not on there. It's too small of a town.
Can I have a look?
Too provincial. That one.
Hero's Landing.
Sure.
Mr.
There's a G there.
Or Mr. or Mrs. Doppelganger. Miss. One of the.
We don't really have genders in the same way as that you guys do, so.
Doppelganger personage. Were Neris's carers, what were they? Aunt and uncle?
Yeah.
Aunt and uncle involved in this? Are they also doppelgangers? Are they fine?
They're not doppelgangers now.
Are they involved?
They are involved, not voluntarily.
Are they okay?
Whoa.
Her uncle's fine.
Okay,
What
that's
about her aunt?
intriguingly specific.
What about her?
Is she okay?
She was last time I saw her.
Did did you leave her somewhere to die?
I didn't leave her anywhere.
Give her to someone
Okay,
to
that,
kill them.
that
Does
implies
she have her freedom?
No.
that implies
Nice
the
question.
question that has been on my mind. Are you working alone, or do you have allies?
I have allies. Powerful allies.
Could it be a little more specific?
I could. I'm not
I
gonna-
know you could. I'm asking
Who's
if you're
with
going to.
Neris now?
It's only
Mhm.
truth. It's a tricky
Who's
one.
with Neris now?
Some of my allies.
Do we
Oh,
know?
God.
Has she ever told? Has
Come
Neris
on.
I know, I wanna
She
kill her so
knows.
Has
They know what's happening.
Has Neris ever told us that she's from Kothar?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, she hasn't. Not been
Shared that.
sharing.
No, she hasn't shared.
We've known her a week.
You- all you-
shared everything with you.
the only thing you know is that she wanted to get to
In his
Hilberg
intro to
to
every
go to her
person.
aunt and uncle,
Yeah.
and you know that her aunt, what her aunt and uncle look like.
That's it. This thing will only take us to her, but it's a day away. What about
Why are
this
you
werewolf?
willing to take us to her?
Well,
Is it a trap?
me taking you to her isn't a trap, but I can't guarantee there aren't traps there.
Okay.
And I had to give you something, or else you would just probably kill me, or at least you would kill me, for sure.
Are you meant to lead us
Oh,
there?
I'm not denying this.
No.
Just checking.
Zone of Truth is the
How-
best spell.
I make
good?
sure I'm saying this in front of us. Like, how easy would it be to, after we chop her head off, take it back to do that speak with dead people stuff?
Oh, we would have to take it back to Vendrix, but it could be
It's
arranged.
not a day.
Speak with dead is a tricky spell, because I'll know that you killed me, and then I won't be cooperative in the afterlife.
Yeah,
so.
I was going to say, it's no
I
idea
know-
if this
I
is
know
in or out of
spells.
character, but whatever.
I love
Yeah,
spells.
Zone, Speak with Dead is not
I was
a
hoping
better
she would
option.
know that.
Mr. Leobrin,
Yep.
what's the
How long does the zone
They're after
truth
magic.
last?
even.
10 minutes.
It's nearly done. I've got to say it's nearly done now,
yeah.
because you were
Yeah,
questioning
we-
before the combat as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
what's the
The combat did last like
Like literally
10 seconds.
Yeah.
what's the gauging on these beings as sort of sentient races that should would they fall under some sort of criminal justice code, or are they animals?
What? You're talking to it. I'm pretty sure it's an intelligent, sentient, living being. What's your view on justice?
Oh well.
How different do people have to look to you before they count as not
Question to you. Took her money or beliefs?
abiding by laws?
What?
Did you take her for money, beliefs, for someone else?
I mean, they're after spellcasters. I'm assuming it's power.
Couple of reasons, yeah. Martha has joined the chat saying, "I'm here. Is everyone still alive?"
You're
Yes.
really dead.
Yeah.
We found out that
We've
it's
done
not
quite a
you.
lot of sound bites.
Yes.
Actually, I haven't asked about Neris.
I'm now prepared to
surprisingly,
have a deeply surreal conversation
about whether
with
Neris is
yourself.
alive. So, anyway, that's fine.
We haven't used the
Sorry,
power,
you-
but-
Well,
you-
so it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. I'm just okay. So you're you asked money or beliefs
Yeah.
or something else, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Vienna.
This means nothing to me.
Couple of reasons.
How are we meant to keep whatever you that can change shape set with us until you take us to her?
I don't know. That's
What's
for
the
you to figure out.
I want to kill him.
It's
Easy,
I mean,
Chewie.
Mr. Leobrin is telling me that it's sentient,
Oh,
therefore probably has to respect the
Yes,
laws of.
there's a soundbite for that. Oh no, wait,
You won't kill me. You can't afford to.
Yes, there we go.
Extremely
there we go.
true.
Yeah.
Presumably they're not still talking in Neris voice, or
She's kind of affecting it.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
I'm
Sorry, this
not
keeps
entirely
happening.
sure how the justice of the egg applies to this
It
being.
doesn't come up on the film, the stream, don't worry.
Yes, I am. It's a theologically grey area. I am.
There's only truth nearly running out.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go downstairs. I was say I'll be right back. On our carriage, do we have any type of big chest like human size that we could fit
Not
someone's
under, but make an investigation
on the
check.
luggage.
just like
possibly
on
on the
a
luggage
or
rack.
something or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Have a look. See.
He's on the roof rack. Next to that.
Vienna Miller. Thanks, Drake.
14.
Hmm?
14.
14. Okay, so having an inspection, there isn't an empty one. There is a large chest, but it's currently full of. It looks like personal effects belonging to Gant Bron.
Oh, cool. Take that off.
All right.
Zero fucking about that. Yeah, so I'm going to drag that upstairs.
Okay.
And then I'm probably going to start to struggle near the bottom and go, Alan, can you come give me a hand?
Oh, sure. Yeah, Seth. Right. Come on then.
Oh, that was really good.
Thanks.
So, yeah, he's going to help me carry it up.
I'm being the hardest person to investigate.
Going to open the
Yeah.
open the chest into one of our rooms, empty its contents. Going to empty its contents into one of our rooms.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
like Mallow will go in and like get another blanket from somewhere and sort of onto this.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then gonna say, look, we can't keep track of a tied up person this whole time. I say we put her in here till we can decide what we need to do.
Oh, agreed. Good thinking, Mr. Seth.
Well, we could have a slight problem. I don't have the key
That's
Oh, Mr. Howland.
to lock it. It's currently unlocked, but
fine. We can tie it up with more rope.
Not an appetizer.
We all have lots of fucking rope. That's all. Let's just tie this up. I'll see if there's
No, I'm
locks,
Raspberry.
chains, manacles, anything that will keep this locked
Brown.
up.
Why is
So
it
if we need to kill her, we can just stuff the
Cappuccino.
box. If we
Possibly.
need to not kill her, we leave her in the box forever. So it'll be fine.
oh, aye,
That's
right.
coffee flavour.
I'm certainly sure I say there's all this in front of her.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's weird, but
Cool. Can Helen give me a hand with putting her in the box?
Sure. Yeah. How long? Oh, aye. Yeah. This be a good plan, and tries to help you heave her into the box,
When
into the chest.
it's in, close the lid, push it into one of our rooms. Is there anything in the room that I can put on top of the...
Oh, Mallow will sit on top of it.
I was going to sit on the box.
All right.
Okay.
You hear this, although it's reinforced with iron, this wooden chest, you can hear it kind of creak a little bit under your mass. But it seems pretty tightly stuck in there.
Okay, what are we doing?
Well, I believe my lord said we've got rest while we can, and then we'll head on the road.
We're still 2
I'm
days.
going to agree. We need to rest.
I'm not gonna lie.
We've got one more stop before
Zero
we get there.
cares for... What's his name? Gant's plan.
Dan Brown.
I guess I'll have to explain this to my lord. But
Oh, yes, you do that off screen.
I might get some sleep first, if that's all right, because I don't know about you, but my my internal clock is fucked, and quite frankly, I could do with a short rest to get back some HP, because you know my challenge rating still isn't too great, so I need some time to improve.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you take 31 points of damage?
No, in fact, I couldn't actually get within 5 feet of her. I had to use my hand axe. Oh, which, by the way, I've definitely taken back.
The blurring of lines between realities here is getting fucking weird.
Yeah, unfortunately,
It's
this
in character.
precedent was set
Dear
with
fourth-
this character.
Dear fourth wall, no.
If you're gonna bring Deadpool into the game, you have to follow Deadpool's rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Seth, could you maybe quickly find some way of securing this? I think a night of rest would be on the cards and be of great use.
Cool. I'm going to go down and ask the barmaid if they have chains.
What? Manacles? No, I
Anything
don't.
along those lines?
No, we got nothing like that. What?
Hey.
No, I mean, we got some rope, but
Any town sheriffs? Where's this world?
Yep.
Sheriffs? Do you have sheriffs?
No, we don't.
Guards?
Gendarmes?
no, there.
Anyone in this town that cares
No,
about
there's
people's
a count.
safety?
No, I mean, there's a councillor's chambers, but that's about it.
Don't involve local
What is this town?
politicians.
And it's a village.
Is there? I'm shoving the voice for the time being. Is there a blacksmith?
No.
Okay.
Where do you go
Hell-
to
hell-
for your law enforcement?
Well, we
need to
have
help.
a couple of Republic guards stationed here, but we don't have much of a contingent here. They base themselves in the council chambers.
You will hear Malar shout from upstairs. Maybe just try and find some nails to put through the loop on the lock, and then we can just wrap rope around the lid.
Yeah, I was going to say all we need is some way of...
I will say we might want a more sturdy location than the room she was halfway through punching the wall out of.
Agreed.
If I could interject, the roof rack, the carriage has chains to hold down the supplies.
Yeah, let's take those.
Yep.
Can we take enough with still being enough to support the statue on top?
No, I wouldn't have
Well,
thought so.
again, still got...
I wouldn't have thought so, but we can put it back after. We can put it back when we come back.
And also, Brucon now, I mean, it's only 100 feet now, but Brucon has 100 feet of rope.
Like there's a whole thing about mechanical advantages I could go into about here.
Right,
You wrap rope around
let's
it.
just tie the rope up around
Yeah,
it. We're just going to tie the rope
So,
around
so you
it.
can leave the chains where they are and you just
Leave
put rope
chains
around it.
on
Yeah,
'cause
cool,
we
cool.
need them
All right.
the whole time. So it's tied around rope.
Mhm.
She is now locked up in that trunk. And
I say you take a lot of care of this. You do this over the next sort of 10 minutes or so, just to make sure everything's tight
we
and
need to
secured.
rest because we keep getting hit by fucking people.
Air holes?
No, there is a
is it
keyhole.
Is it airtight?
Damn it! I was going to stab.
I mean, you can still do that if you want for effect, but that might compromise the integrity of the box.
I would recommend that we take watches
All the knots.
over this chest.
All that.
Is everyone okay to... do any of the rooms have multiple beds?
Yes.
Whichever room's got like multiple beds,
There's
that's
a couple of
just
twin
like
rooms.
one of us sits on the box, watch it, other two people sleep.
It's on the coach.
Alternate round. Huh?
It's on the carriage.
No, it
No,
was
still-
upstairs.
Oh, it's still upstairs. Oh, no, sorry, okay.
If I may, I would like to take this honour. I'm a shield of brawn, and guarding things is, well, what comes naturally. Plus, I am quite vigilant on my watch.
Malar walks past, slaps him on the back. Oh, tag, you're in.
Is that guidance, or are you just messing with me?
No, it's literally.
Okay.
You're right, I'm sleeping.
Social interaction.
To be fair, you're
This is not normal for him.
half elf.
So, who else
I'll-
going to join
I'll
me in
watch
my
with
room?
you.
Half elf as well?
Half of
So you sleep and I'll keep watch, and then you'll watch and I'll sleep. Yeah,
that's fine.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you guys take a room. The rest of you, you doing anything else? Or you going to bed?
Sleeping.
Alrighty. So you all bed down. I say for the night. That's not true at all. You're bedding down for the day.
Yeah. Circadian rhythms.
After everything that's happened, especially within the last few hours, as you've arrived in Oraglor, it's.
Hey, you got it.
I got it right this time. I know. I'm impressed. It must be a Christmas miracle. Anyway, you kind of feel the fatigue kind of kick in now. Suddenly, after all this time, all the excitement. Suddenly, you can take a deep breath and you can relax and bed down. And one of the last things that crosses Seth's mind before going to sleep is that he still has 2 hostages in the storage area. One which only has one hand. And then you just go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't care. I mean, you just kind of go, oh yeah, I forgot about that, but they're still
Borderline
there.
sociopath.
It's
He's
care,
got a
it's
hat
care,
now.
It's care or stab. I can't be on both.
Has he handed that over?
No, I took a hat from one of them. It doesn't fit me. It's too big. Yeah, I take that off now. Actually, I don't want that.
And anyway, the tiredness gets hold. You feel your eyes get heavy. And
Well, I'm
sand
not on
starts to
watch.
creep. No, you're not on watch yet. He's taking the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Howland's taking the first one.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's like,
Yeah, you're
start
bedding
going to
down.
sleep. No, I wake up. Let's watch.
No, he's taking the first watch, so you're bedding down. And you can feel just this. You just the classic see your eyelids just drooping. Just suddenly your vision completely goes to the darkness. Give into sleep. The next thing you know, your vision suddenly goes from black to a bright white light, and you realise you're looking straight up at the sun, a very pale sun in the sky, and you look down, and then you notice, and then just as you look down, you feel the cold. As the chill of the air, you hear the whistling on the breeze, and you look as you turn your head down, pan down. You see all before you, entirely covered in snow, and there's a blizzard in the distance. You look around, you see other members of your party all have coming to this realization at the same time. You see Fleeting Look next to you. Then next to him you see Malar,
Oh yeah.
Leobrin, and Brucon. No Howland, no Laney, no Rexlan, no Gant, no Neris. Just the 5 of you. And you're all there. You are all there at this time.
It's
So
not
you're
just his-
suddenly,
not just
suddenly
that
you're
stream.
no, it's not just his Seth stream now. This is a shared dream. You're all there. All 5 of you are there, encased in snow.
Encased.
As in, the ground is encased in snow, not you.
Okay.
There is snow falling on you.
Right.
You can see ahead of you is a blizzard. It's hard to see beyond that blizzard in the skyline, but generally, it's quite flat out before you. Just entirely, just an expanse of snow that seems to go on for miles. And you come to your senses.
Who did this? What?
You do.
You were there.
So you've had a long rest. So you're all rebooted, by the way.
But we're in this snow.
But you're in the snowscape, yes.
And everyone around us is gone.
Leo?
Just the 5 of you.
Yes.
Dream Leo.
I hope I'm real.
Can we move?
Yeah, we can move around here.
Then take a step forward and go, Keith?
Snow drop. You see a snowflake just kind of comes down and hits you on the cheek.
Yeah, I just got snow slapped.
And more snow, also and snowflakes fall just lightly in this area. The blizzard is further ahead of you. But upon seeing this and then looking out, something, you can feel the earth moving underneath you. Faintly at first, and then you start to hear the noise coming from this blizzard. Yeah, you can do that.
What's the weather going to be like here within the next 24 hours?
The orb that you produce with Druidcraft becomes a cloud that snows.
Okay, just not a blizzard, just snow.
Just snow within
Okay.
in the next 24 hours.
This
Yeah.
is good.
Chances of sun.
Well, I'm just making sure the blizzard wasn't coming right here.
And then you see the orb. The snow gets heavier and heavier
Balls.
and heavier. And you hear
Never mention things in front of the
in the
DM.
distance. It starts quietly. It gets louder.
Do I have weapons?
Oh,
All your weapons are on you, yes.
what the,
And your magic items, all the things you normally carry are
I'm
on you.
gonna draw my rapier and start backing away from the noise, going, what's happening?
Malal unshoulders the pack, rustles through all of the things he has in there, and starts to pull out healing potions. Who needs, just in
So you-
case.
so
I
you-
feel healed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel okay.
Yeah, we all seem to be fine.
I mean, whatever
Green
this
me
may be.
feels strong, but I've got a couple of potions on me anyways.
Detecting magic in 30 feet.
Uh,
I mean, actually, no, you're quite right, actually. The whole environment, just
I'm
magic, just blinds you
we're
with
in a
magic.
magical construct, sort
The
of.
whole
sort
thing,
of.
yeah.
I'm backing up away from the noise. I don't think we should go towards
E-
loud Jurassic Park
Everything
footsteps.
is magic.
And as this noise gets louder, there's seeing out in the blizzard ahead of you, you can see a dark shadow start to take form in your eye line, and it starts off relatively human-sized, and it gets larger and larger and larger
How large?
and larger. It's about 12. It's about 12 feet
me?
tall. So
Fleeting?
it's like two.
Hello?
It's like 2 of you.
Oh,
So
no.
2 of you, and then it's suddenly 3 of you,
Oh shit!
and we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back very
Yes.
shortly.
Somebody.
And we are back. So before we jump back in with today's stream, first of all, should say our merch store has launched.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop! And we got two collections to start with. Firstly, the Party and set, and as DK is ably displaying there, we also have the classic logo tee as well. These are both available on our store. The classic logo also comes in varieties of the mug, so you can have for your morning tea with slice and dice. Also, phone cases, just all the things. And yeah, you can find them all on our merch store. And right now, until Christmas, there is 20% off using our code SADNAT20, also known as SADNAT20, but SADNAT20, easy to remember. So yes, get some slice and dice in your life for Christmas.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. So, yeah. So anyway, in the blizzard ahead of you, you see this humanoid figure, composed entirely of shadow, but it's growing larger and larger and larger. And let's put on the map actually, so you guys can see. So there you
This
are.
looks like a being lined up to be executed.
Possibly.
No, that's not the answer.
I've seen Power Rangers. We're meeting Zordon.
We need to have an explosion
We're
behind
meeting-
us. Fuck off!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, what?
Fuck yes. Frost giant.
What the shit is that?
Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this shit?
Does it actually
What
fill
is
up
going on?
15 feet by 15 feet?
Yeah, I imaged
Holy
it.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab Brooke on here for a second, just for a second.
Yeah. For scale, dwarf for scale, banana dwarf for scale.
So.
Fucking...
Yeah. So from out of the
What did
mist,
we do to
out
you?
of the blizzard.
I'll tell you what we did.
not to answer
I'll
that.
tell you what we did. We cast Zone of Truth. We cast Zone of Truth and ruined everything.
The clerics got us killed.
We did this to ourselves.
Guys, I've got this. I've got Zone of Truth again. This guy's gonna buckle.
So appearing out of the blizzard ahead of you is a being, a giant in form. For all of you, you have never seen a giant. You've only heard about giants. Supposedly they have not been in the Manylands for a millennia, They are just the subject of myth. But before you, you see a being that can only be described as a giant, with grey, icy blue skin. There's kind of patchwork, bits of armour, bits of leather, bits of metal, and one very large axe in one of its hands. A long beard cascades down. It seems perfectly straight. And the blue eyes seem to have a fire of their own behind them. They light up as it appears in the mist before you. Can everyone roll initiative, please?
Oh, piss.
What?
If this guy is not friendly, I'm definitely putting a.
Why?
I'm definitely putting a head in his.
Guys, Malar doesn't want to go first again. Please roll well. Right, please roll better than a 19.
Nope. Sorry.
I don't want to say my initiative.
Mine's better than last time.
Okay, anyone between 20 or above? Anyone?
20.
20. That's, okay, you're still first.
I know. I don't want to be.
Just respect my spells. What have I-
Okay, 20
You've got everything.
20 to
Long rest,
15.
apparently.
19.
19.
Apparently we feel long rested.
Anyone else?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I switched out spells.
Nil point. Okay.
Battle
50.
spells.
There's not many of those for me.
Get all of them.
Ukraine, 10 points. 15 to 10.
Oh, hang on, 6. That's how numbers work. No, 15. Yeah.
That's not how numbers work.
No. The answer to your question is no.
No. All right. Anyone else? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
10. Nobody above 10.
No.
No.
There we go.
Eridia. 10 to 5.
6.
7.
7. Anyone advance on 7?
4.
Oh.
Okay, the high rolls? I'm just saving them for the fight.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
That's-
Hey, Dan, it's alright.
They're definitely waiting to react.
totally
Super hot
how
bodies.
it's going.
Rolls work like that.
Come on, let's do a little. Oh!
Saving the high rolls for when you don't need them.
No, it's just about the.
Alrighty then. So top of the order, Seth.
Cool. I'm going
Would you
to.
stick a head
Yeah,
to
what?
the beard?
Yeah, what?
Well, I
I'm
didn't know
going
if it was going to be an enemy, and as soon as he said roll initiative, I
I'm
was like, what,
going
these
to
people?
draw a dagger.
It's fine. It just looks like it's got a
smallest
zit.
of the blades.
It's
The one
fine.
that I can throw.
Chunk of sweet corn stuck in the beard for later.
And I'm going to say to everyone, it's like, okay, we were at a pub, right? What's
Yes.
where are we? What is that?
Bruconzella, this is easily the third minimum strangest thing that's ever happened to me after going to a pub. This is very odd.
I'm not going to advance forward. I'm going because fuck that shit.
I don't want to be at the front.
No! I'm going to look around behind us and
Yep.
everywhere else around us
Okay.
for signs of anything else.
All right. Make a perception check.
Oh. 16.
So, yeah, panoramic shot. You look around the entire scene.
Featureless.
Flat,
Yeah.
featureless.
Featureless void.
Yeah, it's featureless, just snow, just as far as the eye can see.
There is
Back it up.
I'm going to. Was it an action to do a perception check around?
I'll let you do it as a free action because I did kind of already say that.
Sorry,
But it was mostly amusing. Go on.
I'm going to prepare an action, so not if it gets close enough am I going to throw. If it goes to attack someone,
Okay.
I am going to throw a dagger. Only if it goes to attack us,
Okay.
not if we attack it.
Okay, and I will quantify and say that it has to be within at least your long range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
you're just throwing it
No,
away.
no, so if it attacks one of us, if it attacks someone else, and obviously if I can throw
Yeah.
it to that range,
Yep.
I'm going to release. But not if we attack it.
Just when it attacks
Yes.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're really nailing this. No, I don't want to be accountable to
No,
the rest of the
no.
party.
I don't want to be included with you people if you attack it first.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it thinks I'm going to flatten you. I don't want to be included with that.
That's your turn. Mala.
Malar, can somebody move Malar back 3 steps forwards?
Uno,
Brave,
dos,
brave
tres.
bastard.
I guess I'll.
And God's on his side. Who could be on the enemy?
I know where I'm going after this life.
Valid.
I'll throw a bit of thaumaturgy on this to project my voice. Excuse me, we mean you no harm. We don't know what we're here. Please, we do not mean any ill will towards you. That's it. Just trying to placate this.
Yeah.
You
project out to this, You project out to this form, and it's with your thaumaturgy. You're positive that it reaches it, and its head sort of moves slowly to face you, just down to you, and it speaks. Do you speak giant?
Oh, let me think. No.
It speaks.
Does anyone?
It speaks in. I don't think any of you speak
Now
giant.
it speaks everything.
It speaks in a language you don't understand.
Does it end with an ominous laugh?
Yes.
Yeah,
It does end with an ominous laugh. That it translates universally.
So I speak the universal language. You're fucked.
Malar will utter something hopeless in Loxodon under his breath. End of turn.
Okay. End of turn. It's its turn. It's going to advance towards you. It's got 40 feet of movement.
35.
Oh no! So
I'll tell you what. Let's just go 35. let's just not get into that. All right.
it's going to move in increments of. I can fit
Let's
on
just
the
leave it there, and it'll use its as it starts advancing towards you slowly. It stoops down. Its hands bury into the earth itself. Scrunches up, and you can see what looks like a large snowball. This is curled up, and it swings and throws straight at Malar because you are at the front. And I believe that you're within range, so that makes it okay, because you're within 60 feet, so that's fine. I think you all are, actually. But anyway, goes for him. Does a 17 hit.
No!
There we go!
Dong.
You, kind of move,
Chill.
dodge, and he kind of underestimated how far away you were, and it crashes in front of you.
I'm not. Can I choose not to use that prepared action?
Yeah?
Thank
fine.
fuck!
Yeah.
Because my theory was it was going to be next to someone and hit them. If I threw it right now, it would be D4 damage.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh yeah, take this!
Disadvantage to hit as well.
Take this toothpick!
I draw a dagger, the smallest of the
But it
blades.
does have. But
Yeah,
it
there's no
does
throw.
have 2 attacks, so it's gonna. It will throw a second one. One more, just for lols. Natural 20.
Fuck your 20s! Become a grave cleric, quickly.
Just a quick conversion.
No, he will as soon as the snowball hits.
Can I borrow some D10s?
How many?
No,
4.
You
no.
mispronounced D1.
You will have to only use D4. No,
How many
You
D10s?
mispronounced
I
D1.
need 4 more.
4 more?
Yeah.
Hang on, wait.
Critted.
There's
It does
one-
4.
You've
a
mispronounced
percentile.
D1.
We need one more.
I can
I've got
just.
more.
I can
I've got so
reroll.
many
I was
D10s.
telling you guys,
There
like,
we go.
no,
Yeah.
we're going to be fine. No.
Yeah, you said give it to everyone. I already have fucking 2.
Actually, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, really?
I was
Yeah.
not
Really?
31.
Yeah.
Really?
11. 15.
Old Christmas episodes.
19.
I liked your idea.
Sorry,
better.
15. 21.
Expect the first
7.
ghost when the bell tolls
It's
one.
gonna be sad if
And they're definitely visiting.
Fake Nearest does more damage than this way.
Yeah. A strange blue creature with a kind of like a curved nose appears in the background and starts narrating the whole thing.
That's you, Dan. You got me.
50 points of.
But what I know, hang on, I got this, because I've got resistance to dream damage.
It's cold damage.
I didn't know giants could make 2 rock attacks.
So
This one can.
I mean, lucky old me doesn't completely wipe me out.
Black and red.
So you're unconscious. Yep.
Yes.
You're unconscious.
Those are you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was 50 something.
Actually,
Oh, I missed that.
no, I probably won't crit again. If I crit again, I'll just roll them twice.
I
That'll be
said,
easier.
probably won't crit again. It's not like I do it on average 8 times a session. Oh wait. F. Yeah, absolutely.
You're down.
Yeah, F in
Ah,
chat.
sorry.
Guys, pour one out for Malar. F in chat already. Jesus Christ.
F.
Thanks,
So
guys.
Mala is unconscious, so top them
Safe-
over.
safe enough.
That's Leobryn, your turn.
Aha!
You do what Mala did, which is step forwards, or what Seth did, which is step backwards.
My one worked.
Yeah, step sideways.
Ooh, lateral thinking.
It's quite literally.
Yeah,
oh, sorry,
yeah.
quite laterally.
Way.
1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just separating.
I'm not with these people.
I will chuck a spell at it though because
Finish it.
Finish it.
I don't imagine sleep is gonna have enough.
No. Juice. No way.
Cast it on us and we wake up.
No, that really is Inception.
A dream within a dream.
We need more time to think this through.
Yeah.
To the next dreamscape. Fire giant.
I cast. Oh no, that's a ball lake. I bet giants have high con.
Yeah.
Giants have high everything.
No.
It's a giant.
They don't have high everything.
They don't have high
definitely
like
don't.
intelligence.
I'm pretty sure their dexterity,
Dexterity,
a
yeah.
huge amount to talk about.
If you would like, I mean, you can guesstimate and all you like, but you can use your action to try and analyze it, to try and work out any weaknesses if you'd like to.
Where's the thermal exhaust port?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I can't really target anything other than con with what I have.
Yeah, I'm betting giants and con.
Yeah.
Very high.
Just zap it,
Sorry,
man.
for
Just
wisdom or intelligence?
zap it. You can.
Eldritch Blaze.
Eldritch Blaze.
Oh no.
7.
I'm afraid 7 does nothing.
No.
Fire it off and
Yeah.
you see it just fizzle out on his
Yeah.
Remnants of chest plate. Kind of a hodgepodge of leather and bits of metal.
And they'll just start making wind noises so they don't. I'm going to turn my coat white. No, that's not action. Never mind.
Oh, it's not a bonus action. Oh man. Okay, Brucon.
Yeah. So this is kind of something I would have wanted Brucon to do during the initial what I was going on
bonus
stages,
action.
but
I turn it white.
Okay.
we were getting but the kind of urgency wasn't it. So could Brucon? It seems to me right that the Brucon went and trained at the Barkfang Monastery.
Yeah.
Monks, consult they're all about contemplating the nature of the universe.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to know if at any stage of Brucon's training, some kind of dream state, Telaran Riad kind of style dream world was mentioned or
Okay.
anything. So history check.
History or religion?
That's going to be history, because Brucon is proficient in history, so it
Alrighty.
has a bonus. 8. So I'm guessing.
I mean, you were very aware of trying to get into a serene state as part of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of being transported to another world, a dream world, nothing from your training that you can recall at this time.
Yeah.
Seems pretty rare.
Okay. Yep. So put another way, Brucon is normally far too comatose to experience stuff like this. And
Tests of the mind don't normally expand to dreams from your training.
cool. Okay. Let me. Apologies for a bit of dead air, but let me just quickly check something because I think I'm correctly remembering.
Look at these
One
lovely
other
things that we
feature. of-
Meanwhile,
something
the
that I
merch store is now
recently-
open.
Yeah.
Use the code now, SADNAD20,
Oh, no, okay,
to
alright.
get 20% off your orders. All
Okay,
orders before Christmas.
we'll park this for now and just make this a regular move. So, Brucon's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, did you want to know how the boots work?
7. I wanted to. There was a specific effect that I wanted to double check. I was clear about, and I have just checked it. So no, Brucon is gonna
Spread out.
go wide and
Yep, it's good call.
Did you turn the boots on?
no, not yet.
Oh, that means we got a new follower. Mustaphalos has just started following. Thank you, Mustaphalos. Hope you enjoy.
Hello.
Enjoy our Lego giant.
I thought that was
Enjoy
the sound
our
effect to go with
impending-
Yeah.
Brucon running
Impending
around.
dream state
I do
doom.
love whenever you do that. Well, the first sounds that come out
I
of
was
your
going
mouth
for more
aren't
dignity,
words.
Because I keep forgetting that the wah is still there, but it's fine.
I like the
I like the wah too.
it's a me.
I like the base, the buttery biscuit base. Anyway, Brucon is done. Fleeting.
That's Brucon.
I mean, you're not done. Malar's pretty much done, but anyway, fleeting is your turn. Sorry, I'm sorry. I can't sass players. That's not fair. I'm sorry.
So,
You certainly can't sass players after rolling like that.
No, that's unfair.
there's a phrase too soon, and it's definitely before someone is dead.
Yes.
You start talking about them nearly being dead.
rather than last time this happened off screen with basically just going, oh, so and so's dead repeatedly after they died. Yeah, couldn't get over that. Anyway, fleeting. Sorry, got sidetracked there.
Lay on hands for 5 points.
Boom, 5 points of healing. Brucon comes back to consciousness.
Bonus.
Sorry, Malar. Sorry, comes back to
Let's be
consciousness.
absolutely crystal clear here.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Good call. That's a very good call.
Thank you.
Now,
Like that.
okay, so then top of the round, back to Seth.
I don't want to go.
I mean, that second one definitely hit. So, did you want to use your reaction just before we jump into that to throw the dagger because it hit in the second one? Because you can withhold your reaction if you would like to. Just checking, just to give you the opportunity to hit it before your turn.
I don't want to throw a toothpick at him.
Okay.
I would literally do D4 damage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action to dash. 35, 40. Am I within 30 feet?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. With minor illusion, I'm going to make a voice appear behind his head.
Alright.
Now to think of something. That was as far as the plan got. Because it doesn't. I speak common, and I'm going to just make some type of roars behind it. I want to make it hopefully attacks random shit behind it. But yeah, just some roars behind it, sort of here-ish, to try and get him to turn around. So it's just
Trying to distract him.
crazy screaming roars and stuff. Not words, just sounds.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if it speaks common.
So minor illusion for when you create an object, somebody would have to do an investigation check to see if it's an illusion or not. So for a sound, I'm going to say it's maybe slightly different, but I think it's your intelligence it goes against.
It's more
Intelligence
hear sounds.
check.
And then
I'm trying to mechanically work out if he will be distracted or not.
It uses its action, its whole action,
To
examine the sound or image. The creature can turn its illusion with a successful intelligence check against my spell save DC.
Okay, and so your spell save DC would be, just so I know.
I don't have one.
Yeah. So what would it be?
What's giving you the?
So it's intelligence for that. So intelligence plus.
Plus 8.
Well, could it be my one? But
Plus proficiency.
what's? I don't. This is the only spell I know from a.
Yeah. So I'm
magic
saying
wand.
that classically, we'll say minor illusion for this is intelligence.
Okay.
8. Plus 2 is 10. That's your proficiency. Plus
So it's like 12, I think, maybe.
My intelligence is 1.
11.
So your DC's 11. Okay. Fine. Okay, we'll just remember that. Okay. So
Does it
yes.
add my proficiency and stuff?
Yeah, that's with your proficiency
It's
added.
8 plus the relevant modifier.
This will change later if you do multi-class
Yeah.
and things like that. Anyway, so you make the noise. That's your action.
Yes.
Bonus action.
I dashed to get that extra 10
Oh,
feet
okay.
closer. So I
Great.
went sideways, so I was like 40 feet away.
Yeah,
I'm just trying
and
to
also,
work out how to
I
pick
can I
up
just say I
Malar.
appreciate that you didn't go and stand right next to Brucon and create
circle
a
strafe.
big fat target.
But I didn't want to be drawing to Leo's side, and didn't want to be as close as possible. I don't want to die.
Oh bless! Oh dear. Okay, so you make that
There's so
sound,
much more stabbing still to do.
and as you do it, you do see like, what sort of sound did you say you were trying to create?
I'm just trying to make roars, monster sounds. I don't.
How
think
about
it's
basilisk
common.
roar? You've heard
Yes, it's a basilisk roar. He does have to use his action to do it, so hopefully we won't get attacked.
Okay, and you do see it kind of turns. I don't know. To see what this noise is. Just got to share with the chat that Mustaphalus, our new follower, said here to support at table play. Thank God. Hang on. Thank God for internet online play connection, etc. But nothing beats sharing the table with friends and compatriots, especially when facing a Lego giant. You are extremely correct, as Morphobia says. So yeah, thank you guys. All right. On that note,
Screw this
Malar,
particular Lego
you
giant.
are now conscious. You are prone on the ground, knocked backwards, having been hit with a ball of earth and snow, and yes, sort of come back to your senses.
I would like to stand up.
Yep.
And I will use my action to thank Fleeting. Move 15 foot back. So sort of just towards the edge of the map there.
So, thank you and goodbye.
It's been a lovely audience.
And then I did have something prepped
Sorry.
up.
In the chat, good thing Lego Giants
Can't
can't
cross
cross
boundaries.
boundaries.
Yeah.
I was saving that because the giant's next, but it's fine.
Well, the giant gets to cross them now.
Yes, this unworldly barrier.
Does it look like the giant is going to sort of zoom in on this sound for this round?
It has kind of
It's
turned,
reacted to
yeah.
it already, yeah.
Then I will hold. I will do nothing.
No, you're not going to heal yourself or anything?
No, I could do that, couldn't I? That's not bad. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's definitely a good idea.
Cure wounds.
See,
I mean,
I
to
can
be
sense,
fair,
but I can also
last
be
time
nice.
you got hit,
Do
you
you wanna
went
do
down
this?
in one blow. But
Yeah.
still.
What did you roll?
It's 5. I'm just doing the maths, so it's 9
If it
plus
attacks Leo, he goes down
another
5
3.
times.
So 12 points of
That
healing.
is how going down.
12 points of healing.
12 points of healing.
Great. You're back up. So you're on 17. That's correct because I'm updating
You want me to-
D&D Beyond for you.
Wow,
as
I
we
just
go.
realised if I flip it on, it's
Yeah.
round.
Okay, that's Malar's turn. Then
Yeah.
it is the giant's go, and he is going. He's going to use his action to investigate the sound.
Not getting attacked.
Not this round.
He fails.
Hey!
Turns around and he's looking back at the blizzard.
How far does he turn?
That makes everything.
Turns around and he starts walking towards it. So he's going to move. He's going to move about half of his movement because he's not quite sure what's going on
like
here.
5,
So 20 feet.
10, 15.
No, okay,
I'll-
that screwed things a bit.
No,
Sorry.
it's going to give him an out. It's fine.
Buys his time. Buys his time.
Yeah, I was
I was going to say the
just not
sound
to be
is still
attacked.
here.
Okay, yeah. So he walks 20 feet, then realizes the sound, and then he turns around, and then he starts walking back, and then he'll stop. So 10 feet more, and he'll stop on the sound.
Darn it!
And
That's
that.
pretty well.
Thank you. That was good. That was good. You wasted his actions. That was good thinking.
We'll take that. That's good.
All right, Leobrin.
Oh shit!
Leobrin, with your 10 HP, you're in the fight.
Yep. I'm in this fight where we're fighting this guy.
Yes, you can do this. I believe in you.
You know, I'll just have to try the extra damage even though it's halved. Shatter.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I was worried about before, but we'll
So it's a
try.
con save,
It's
isn't
a
it?
con save DC 13.
Save 1 for sleep.
I rolled a 3.
I saw that
Yay!
roll.
So you
What's its-
succeeded.
what's its plus con? Get that.
Plus 5.
Nice.
So it's 8. So you
Winner.
still succeed.
Cool. Da, da, da.
Shatter, that's very
However,
that's
Giant has lots of constitution confirmed. As if that was.
I
in
probably
any way
shouldn't
a
have told you
surprise.
that. Oh well.
I was,
It's
13.
13
13.
thunder damage.
13 thunder damage.
Is it perhaps made of stone, crystal, or metal?
Unfortunately, no.
It doesn't matter.
Stone-like skin,
Is it
but
made of
13
dressing?
plus
It's
the damage.
disadvantage on
Yeah,
save.
so it
It's
wouldn't
already
be-
failed to save.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
It just. So he's actually been hit with something now, and
There's nothing
seeing
sweet
where
about
this,
motherfucker.
and then looks straight towards where this this
look at Leo.
forceful energy came from, and he just hefts his great axe and
Yep.
just starts patting it in his
That's
hands.
fine. It's fine. See, he's not attacking me. Win.
It was not his turn. Are you doing anything else? Sorry.
I wish I could do anything with my bonus action other than, I mean, I can't hide because that's an action behind my cape.
You got any bonuses? Any bonuses you can do?
No. I'm a caster.
Okie dokie.
I can change my coat to be even more snowy looking.
Okie dokie.
How high up the giant are you climbing?
It's Brucon's turn, yeah.
Not planning to climb up it. At least not yet.
Sorry, how far up are you running?
No, I'm thinking. No, okay. So move. What was it? 40 feet less than so. 1, 2. Okay. Brucon's going to move to there. He's going to use his bonus action to click his heels together and go, "There's no place like being awake. There's no place like being awake."
Tap it 3 times.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's an odd number.
Activate the bot of sped, and then he is going to use his action to dodge.
Alright.
Yep. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, and that's his turn
Alrighty.
this time.
Fleeting.
You totally look like you're squaring off against him.
I know, yeah. I'm gonna
It's like we're all like, guys, make way for fleeting.
It's,
You can take down a werewolf.
as he's the paladin, that seems totally
Yeah.
appropriate.
But in true character,
No.
No.
Friends!
It's great because Swashbuckler doesn't need to be alone against the enemy to get the safe day. He's just there, like, hey, buddy.
He's like, what's, no, go away, go away.
And as an action, I'm going to pinch Seth in the face.
Pinch. Sorry,
Pinch.
wasn't a
Wake him
typo. Okay, just
Pinch.
checking. Yeah. It's very cold, and yeah. Are you doing anything with the pinch?
No,
Like a
nothing happened.
spell?
Like, is it a charming
Oh,
effect, or are you?
have I woken up?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, yeah. Pinch.
I love that you're
Ow.
like, pinch would work. Giant boulder to Malar's
What's
face.
your
No.
strength score?
Sorry?
What's your strength score?
Plus one.
So it's like what, 12, 13, something like that? Anyway, yeah. He pinches and you're just like, okay, this doesn't damage you. No, I was just going to see how forceful the pinch was. Anyway, yes, fleeting look goes and pinches your cheek, kind of like how an adult would do their child, with a pinch of the cheek, like you cheeky.
Cool.
Anyway.
So I saw him coming over.
So if he'd woken up, that would have been like a bonus there, right?
This-
That wasn't
this is one of the
point
things that, like,
exercise.
The lesser of what I
No,
expected
that's my
from
plan.
fleeting.
Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't shock me at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to regret this forever. I'm going to draw my short sword as well. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
Do it, baby. Do it.
I'm going to attack.
Yep.
So first one with my short sword. That is 16.
16 hits.
And then I also attack with my dagger afterwards.
I suspect
This is your offhand attack.
suspect the challenge with this guy is not going to be hitting.
No, wait, no, don't at all, sorry. Don't do that second attack.
Okay.
I want my bonus action to find the fuck I want.
Rogues! Alright, so roll for damage. You hit, and yep, yeah, you've got
Thank you.
some sneak attacks in there, because
Probably shouldn't give you one that was
Swashy
quite as
Beckish.
much like yours.
6, 9, 6, 12,
Sorry.
17 damage.
17 points of damage, nice.
And I am going to,
Flinches slightly.
and I'm
Peace.
going to use my bonus
You
action.
stab into its legs.
TF.
Bonus action to dash and
Yeah.
get the fuck away. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Now-
And it tries
now
to
that
like,
is-
it tries to stomp, and obviously you get out the way and you're fine. Mallard, it's your turn.
That's
Okay,
a
so
bit of a dick move.
when I tried to communicate with this thing, it responded in giant, but it seemed to recognise what I was saying in some manner.
It seemed to respond, yes.
Great, okay, because I think I'm going to try something that may or may not work. I will move up 10 foot to make sure, 20 foot to make sure I'm in range. I'll cast.
You've gone to your kill zone though.
I will shout, grovel, casting command.
Command.
Uh-huh.
And that is going to require.
If it understands what you're saying.
It's a charisma save.
It's a wisdom save.
A wisdom save.
If it understands what you're saying.
Yes, so. To hell with you, that thing spoke back to me.
Yes.
you
said
attempted to communicate.
You know, like when somebody speaks a different language to you, and you go, "I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying."
Yeah.
If you don't know that
That's
language.
not what he said!
How do you know? You don't
Because he
speak
patted
giant.
his fucking giant axe thing!
Actually, no, that was to Leo Bryn
That
after
was when
being
he
hit
got
with
hit.
the thing. But anyway, he doesn't unfortunately understand what you're
Well,
saying.
Seth's gone and pissed him off now.
What?
But now you know it doesn't
I
speak
do?
common, so that's something. You learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Are you doing anything else for bonus
your
action?
pet makes
Oh, I'm
noises
gonna
and
back
you're
up
like,
another
"Oh, you're
10
trying to
foot."
speak human.
Okay. No, okay, that's fine. You heal yourself now? Okay, it's fine. Healing word? No? Okay. Alright, it's its go.
No, I'm relying on it targeting the person that stabbed it in the toe.
Well,
What did I do to you?
this is it. It's been hit with 2 attacks. It's not particularly intelligent, so I'm just gonna make a roll, designating who it's gonna go for.
Good times, everybody. Nice to know you.
Now, since there's
Yeah.
5 of us,
It's
6,
gonna head
6
straight
I
towards
assume
Seth.
would be it turns around to the voice again, right?
Sorry, no.
So
It's,
there's
no,
five
the
of us.
voice is not involved in this. It's deduced. It knows what's going on with the voice now. It's going towards you.
Solely space-wise, we'll keep him
That was
forward.
it,
Yeah, just put him
I was
next
just
to Seth.
Doing the dramatic
so
turn.
5, 10.
He's got.
Just
He
do it.
can be in melee with
15.
both Fleeting and Seth. In that,
Yeah,
you
he's,
see,
he's going to reach
20.
that.
Yeah, is if
Put him in there.
jam him in there,
Squeeze him in the. Yeah. Nice and
and
tight.
he goes. In fact, actually, he doesn't need to be within 5 feet, so he'll be 10 feet away. Apologies.
oh, even better.
Oh, yeah, that works well for us.
Yeah, it does.
He has to
He's
be
doing
there to
5
hit
feet
you.
of fleeting, 10 feet of me.
Yeah, and he's gonna make us. He's gonna swing at you with the great axe.
Go.
Does a 27 hit? Sorry, I'm sorry.
The answer to that question sounds an awful lot like "go fuck yourself."
I have dream armor.
Okay.
I have
Yeah, the special feat when I'm in a dream.
The snow is protecting
I'm
me.
level
Mark just goes F. 27 hits. You
and then she
take.
just starts
Oh,
writing
I'm
underneath
Trig.
F.
F. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone,
more
the whole chat. F.
And then her next
More
one.
F inches.
You.
17,
The next
20,
C.
Yeah, it's a special feat. I'm level 20 in dreams.
26 points of slashing damage to you as you are bowled into by this
How much?
great
I'm
attack.
just level
26
26.
on the first hit.
I have 27.
Oh!
Second attack.
But I'm up after a hit.
Second attack, natural 1.
Wait, I'm alive? You just see me right below. You just see me below. It's like, I'm alive.
Mustapha says, as a DM myself, you just got to ask. You know, for 27 hits. Thank you.
Not
Swings the
level
great
3.
axe. This time, it beds itself in the snow next to you, and he goes to wrench it up.
I love
It
the
won't
idea.
move.
As he starts to pull up, it's like,
So he's currently kind of hunched over, trying to pull his great axe out of the dirt, and you can see like the size of this thing as it's landed next to you. This thing is bigger than you. It's like 10 feet tall, and even with half of it buried into the snow, or just under half of it, it's still taller than you. It's quite a big axe.
I love as well that like big burly elephant guy in lots of armour, Malar, gets absolutely ganked.
No armor.
Well, even so, still big burly dude gets absolutely ganked with one snowball throw. Seth takes an axe bow full on the chin and no sells it, and just with the pure power of go fuck yourself.
Okay, that's its go. Leobrin.
I guess I have to save my friends.
I guess it's up to Leobrin to save the day. That's like The Simpsons with Ralph, you know. There's Ralph to stop the giant.
I will launch an Eldritch Blast into its butt.
Ooh. What? In the butt?
ah, what?
I saw that. That was disappointing.
It's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
The trade giveth
Was
and the trade
almost a
taketh.
20.
It was very close to a natural 20. There you go.
5.
Normal service resumes.
Every
Yeah.
time I can't
5
see
points
it
of damage.
from this side, I always assume it gets stuck halfway, and I'm like, where's your dice?
It feels like it
The
was.
trade giveth and the trade
That's a
taketh
good
away.
roll, man.
Yeah, you hit it right in the butt, and it
Yeah.
doesn't really pay any attention to that.
Force in the butt.
Yep, doesn't notice that.
Slow motion butt rip.
Doesn't even move.
Leave him alone!
Wow! Thank you!
All
I'm
right.
gonna try that. Since common's not working.
Alright.
Dwarvish.
Okay.
Wow, the lowest HP has just tried to make himself a target.
No.
I'm fucking honoured! See, this is the nice thing, rather than pointing out the other party member.
Okay.
Oh, I nearly died!
Okay, that's you.
So yeah, try Dwarvish, leave him alone.
All right.
Poke in the butt.
Okay. Brucon currently has a walking speed of 70 feet.
Sweet. Boost of speed.
Boost
Yes.
speed, fairly pimping. Brucon is going to produce one of his lengths of rope,
No!
Yes.
and,
Yes.
Star Warsing it!
and Brucon is going to Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're in a big
Yes.
snowy.
Oh my God.
It's a big snowy
Yes.
landscape.
Do it.
It's Hoff.
Do it.
It's
We're
Hoff.
on Hoth.
No, do it! He's got Thunderwave!
Yes.
It's the only way to play this.
Oh my god!
But I'm gonna go for a little extra thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3 squares to get him in there. So then it's
Thank you, Marta.
7, 4. So it'll be another. So he's got another 11 feet worth of movement. So sorry, another 11 squares
Yep.
worth of movement. He's going to use all of those without leaving the
To wrap
threatened
around
area
the rope. Yeah.
to weave around its legs.
Uh-huh.
Then he's going to go to his movement, his attack.
Yep.
He's going to spend a key point.
Okay. Oh wait. Sorry.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
sorry.
say,
That's
come
why
on,
you were waiting. I was
Come on,
like,
man.
okay.
We-
Yeah. I'm
I do my
sorry,
job, you do yours. That's how
Okay.
this.
Okay. You ready?
Just cue him up again. Cue him up again.
And-
you're going to use a key point.
I'm going to use a key point to inflict a flurry of blows
Alrighty then.
at the back of his knees.
I was hoping there was a sound effect for where he blows now as well.
At some stage, I'm sure we'll be able to have multiple martial arts sounds, but for the time being, it's that.
Soundboard on every
So black dice is with the sword, and the other two are unarmed attacks. So that's fairly typical, isn't it? So that's what was it? Yeah, 11, 12, and 21 to hit.
The 21 hits.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's a D4 plus 3. So that's 4 damage, but that's okay because the main reason why I wanted to do that is that when he does flurry of blows, he gets an extra 10 feet of movement speed as a result of being a monk, and he gets to disengage for free.
Mm-hmm.
But he's mostly just going to use the 10 feet, like basically just for that little extra bit of
tying the rope.
Of tying
make
the
a sleight of hand check just to tie the rope.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Because we've tied ropes before and this worked.
And no, not really. Let's see where we end up with this. Now that's a 5.
Okay. You're like. As you try to tie the rope, you realise
the tension's too
slightly too short, the rope, and you're holding both ends, but you can't quite get it round to tie it, and
that's okay. That's okay. The main
he is tangled up. That's true.
But
the only thing that is holding this rope in place is Brucon currently. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that turns out. Fleeting, your turn. Fleeting look.
Yeah.
Do it.
Ready for fleeting.
Thunder!
Make way
Thunder
for
cats.
fleeting.
Thunderstrike. Oh!
Do you have inspiration?
No,
mark
but
your key points
as a
on here.
bonus action, first of all, I'm going to cast Vow of Enmity, which gives me bonus action.
Yeah, a short rested, so it's only
one
so
now,
I've only
again.
used the one.
Oh, yeah.
Which gives me advantage on attack rolls against a creature within 10 feet. That'll be that. And I'm going to attack.
It's a bonus action, isn't it? Vow of Enmity? Yeah, cool.
Oh!
What?
Hang on. So let's just be clear. This is what this guy just rolled.
Natural
That's
1,
amazing.
Natural 20.
So because you had advantage,
Ridiculous.
you gave yourself advantage. So well done. So yeah, double the damage.
Okay.
Gonna pump some. You can pump smites or.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Thunderwave as well.
A thunderous smite.
No.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave, the effect from the hammer.
But it's an action to use Thunderwave, so
It's
you
a special.
Yeah,
it's still an
doing
action.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
You have to declare you're going to use Thunderwave with the axe,
As
otherwise
opposed
you.
to
Otherwise, but
I
you can.
can't
But
fight.
if you have Thunderous Smite, you could put that into your hit.
No.
Otherwise, you could just smite. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's an
No,
action.
Thunderous Smite is a bonus action.
Sorry, but you yeah.
I just had a level 2 Divine Smite.
Yeah.
Crit.
Okay.
Quest for more lychees continues.
So I keep on getting the cinnamon ones, and I need to not.
So you roll 68 plus your.
I've never had that.
Can we get some D8s, people?
These little
D8
bombs.
Yeah.
A couple of D8s.
We've got 3. We need another 1.
D8.
And what's your hammer?
I'm borrowing one. There we go.
Yeah.
D8.
Oh, I just took
You
myself.
just took Brucon
I
out.
just took myself.
D10 plus 2.
So.
Tell you what, sorry, one other thing, because I'm going hither and yon and
2d10.
just going round and round
Yeah.
the houses. Let's have Brucon winding up behind this
Guys,
guy.
someone watch this.
Are these the crazy?
Do you want to do this into the tray?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Just for the sheer volume.
Oh, shit.
Those will do just fine.
You're a fan.
There's a couple of 1s and 2s in there.
10.
I think,
That
given
is,
how
but
much
that looks like it
movement
might
you
be- oh, no,
have,
that's not
you'll be
it.
there.
That's the thing. They're sneaky. If you don't see the little yellowy patches on them,
Yeah, I did the 2.
I've been tricked.
Yeah.
before.
I mean the 2 from the plus.
For God's sake.
The
No,
modifier.
so 30 there.
32.
32 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That does hit.
Do you like glow with another earthly light as you do this?
I could just smile maniacally.
But there is an aura around him as he cleaves him with this, like
Or a glow.
a weird kind of a bluey. Yeah, there's like it's the very light blue, a very pale blue emanates from him as he strikes with the hammer, and you see the electricity sparking off the hammer as he strikes.
Oh, that's mine.
Okay, that's Fleeting said. Seth, top of the round.
Fucking impressive shot.
Yeah, man.
I've
Cool.
done nothing, but
I'm going to go 5, 10, so I get advantage because Brucon's across from me.
Yep.
No, yeah, I was.
Oh no!
I was-
I worked out with your movement, you wouldn't have got back
Okay.
round to this.
Alright.
Cool, so I've got Brucon across from me.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
That's
so
fine.
can I
That's
borrow
fine,
another
King.
one?
Yes.
I get
Advantage.
These two small people are able
I'm surrounded!
yeah, they're like, we've got the tactical advantage now,
So
motherfucker.
attack with my short sword.
You may be 65 feet tall.
Oh, they're all fours! All 3 of those are 4s.
No.
I rolled 3 4s.
Wait, why are you rolling 3?
I have Elvish accuracy.
Oh, you right? Okay, fine. I forgot
Level
about that.
4 and a rogue.
I was like, that's not a thing, but it is for over an accuracy.
Yeah.
So
I
all
rolled
right.
3 4s.
And so that would be altogether.
I get it. We're on half. May the 4. So it's 11.
Unfortunately, 11 misses.
Cool. I'm going to go attack with the dagger.
Yeah, may the 4s be with you.
Melee, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's better.
16's the highest.
16 hits.
Yep.
Baby blade.
4, 6, 6, 7, 12 damage.
12 damage.
Cool.
Alright.
And then I get disengage 3 for swashbuckler, so I move 5. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What's the other thing? Alright, from there. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action dosh. 35, 40, 45, 50. Bala.
Dosh. I love it you're genuinely so panicked that you said dosh instead of dash. It's the most rogue thing ever. Dosh. So I'm gonna run away.
It's just Mala.
What's your maximum HP?
Higher than 1.
Yeah.
27.
Right. Yeah, okay, that's 1 tier 4.
Yeah.
Look,
All right,
if you-
Mala.
if
Yeah.
you
What are you
didn't
doing?
want to be team up.
Are you healing up?
shouldn't have
Healing
picked
up.
Seth.
I've just watched this thing
Life domain
try to
cleric as well.
cleave Seth in 2, so I'm gonna use Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh.
So this is sort of
And now maths.
12. That's 16 plus so 20 points of healing.
20.
Life
Nice.
domain.
Yeah, life domain bitches.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, and now I would like to move away from Seth.
Right, I've done my job. Bye.
Thank you, Mala.
Actually, no, I'm going to move in this one. I'm going to move round towards Leo.
This is the most complicated movement.
So
I hope
convoluted.
In
really.
the world of D&D, Malor is moving like this, like roll.
It's like there's a glitch in the
He
matrix.
goes one where it's like this is getting closer to. It's like seizure. Fuck.
We've already had the toddler the gutted fish maneuver when they're really sulky, and we're basically just emulating that throughout the session.
So that you'll go, Mala?
High speed.
Mal's gone.
Alright. So, on its go, wrenches forth the great axe from the ground, and you hear a crack from beneath. Just. Fleeting look, Brucon,
Yeah.
dexterity
Yeah.
saving throws.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Le Grand.
Yeah. It's
The
not.
ground is cracking.
The ground is not ground.
Oh shit.
Dexterity saving throw.
It's a bigger giant. but you
Please
also have
be
to
better than
defeat-
I've been serving up so far.
Not
really.
Rancor, and then the big one.
Dice
comes
rolling
in
today
after
is
Rancor.
not great.
Force Unleashed 2.
16?
11.
11. Alright. So, the ground gives way beneath.
Yeah, because it's not ground. It's on a frozen lake.
But that means this guy goes down as well, though.
When he
right?
goes
Yep,
down,
yeah, he
to
does.
ankle height.
It's fine. It's
Oh,
yes.
get rid of those arms. Don't need those
Oh, you put
arms.
so much work on that. Don't break it. I want a picture of it later.
Yeah.
Oh,
no!
I feel simultaneously vindicated and bad.
That'll do.
This is fine. You two are in a pit with
This is better for the rest of us. I
Wait.
mean,
So, fleeting look, you don't take any damage, Brucon. You
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
get hit with some of the ice as it
Yeah.
flies up.
Yeah.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you are both now in the water.
Suboptimal.
On the surface currently, you're considered prone, but fleeting, you're just in the water.
Hold it out.
Yeah, it
are
dispels.
its legs still tied up in the water?
It dispels baleful polymorph and turns itself
You
back
don't
into
really
its true
know
form,
about
the Tarrasque.
about its legs out in the water, but the first thing it's going to do
D&D
is
Satan Godzilla.
going to take a swing at the tiefling,
Haha!
who's currently in the water.
Sorry, with the pen, can we just draw where he's standing?
Oh, you want the 50?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we don't really know where he is.
Well, hang on.
Just take-
Hang on. Yeah.
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 Ah!
Le Best.
No!
I would like you to make that again before we leave.
That's okay.
Or at least
I
a
mean,
picture
you're
of it.
within reach.
I've got a picture of it. I'll send
So,
it.
Oh my god,
as
this
does-
is adorable.
How's he gone from terrifying to oh?
Oh no, we can't hurt him now.
It's not a giant, it's a chick.
Yeah, so this is a Mario 64 boss battle. We've knocked out the mid section,
Fleeting Look does 23 hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
even with Shield of Faith. I thought it probably would, but I thought I'd double check.
You take. Oh,
No.
27 points of slashing damage.
Made a bad noise.
Unconscious, floating in the water.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
In the icy cold water. Okay, so you're down. So I'm going to turn its attention to Brucon,
Oh good.
who is currently considered prone in the water, in the icy cold water, so he gets advantage on you.
Oh good.
25.
Yeah. The first
Just
syllable.
clarifying
The
it
first
works.
syllable started with
20. Oh, okay. You take 16,
Glad the ground broke from his
24
legs and not my
points.
shadow.
That is the exact number of hit points that Brucon had remaining.
Oh my god.
Brucon is
So
unconscious.
2 of you are unconscious.
I love that you made that noise. Like you throw up against friggin' giant with mostly 3rd level. Of course it ganks us in one shot.
It could have. You guys are beefier than I. You know, you could have been alright, but that was exactly the hit points. That's very unlucky. Last thing then, it's got movement. Its movement is halved because of the water, but it's going to.
What happened to the rope? What about the rope?
In the water?
Yeah?
With its legs.
It the rope floats. You're not holding onto the rope. You're the only one holding the
I
rope.
tied it round his legs.
No, you rolled a 5 on your sleight of hand. You
No, I didn't
decided
know-
you couldn't quite
But
get it.
But I
So it's
didn't-
around
I
his
didn't tie the
legs.
knot, but it was still like
Around.
Yeah, it's still around, but then if you like drop into the water with rope around you and there's nothing holding the rope together because it's not tied properly, it just floats apart. So it's also
okay.
can also-
you're the boss man.
DMs are all.
it can
Yeah,
also
that's
break
right.
the rope because of its just sheer mass and strength. The hempen rope won't survive that. So more
Oh yeah, I
more
forgot
breaks,
it was hempen rope. Damn it.
more breaks as it comes through,
Oh well.
heading towards Leobrin.
It's acting as an icebreaker. Look.
Essentially, yeah. Its movement's halved while
Meanwhile,
wading,
This
but
Two
Look,
unconscious
yeah.
people
Is that land?
float around.
you consider that square as underwater. Yes, it's not land. No, just consider it. Just go with full squares. It makes more sense.
Nothing these
So it's
friends
just
and
waiting
adventures
for-
dying and
It's
all
just
your working time
crashing
to
through
it.
the
It's an
ice.
icebreaker. Okay.
Yeah. Because giants, man. Anyway, Leoprint.
Me.
It's only a dream, guys. You're not actually going to die. You'll be fine.
Oh.
I hope you'll be fine. Hopefully.
DM says the dream will be fine.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be fine. Everything's
Why
fine.
would the DM lie to us?
Yeah,
I haven't lied
exactly.
before as a character ever.
Hang on. We started off this session
Hang on a
with a
minute.
lie.
Cast Zone of Truth right now.
I've got a plan.
The open will say,
Up, jack off.
No, I've got a good plan.
Mala, go for the floaters. And move this way.
Really?
Yes. Because why not?
Mustafa
I
was
don't
saying,
appreciate the comparison you
for
just
its
made.
legendary action. Yeah, that's kind of
No,
what happened.
you can't hear that. You're unconscious.
Yeah. I'm gonna move this way.
I can hear that. The character I play is unconscious.
You know what? Let's just drop another shatter. That'll get its attention. Constitution saving throw, please.
Jack.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
There you go. 12 on the dice, so 17.
So it passes, so it's half
Hey.
damage. 16. So
8 damage.
8 damage.
8.
Or already halved.
Okay.
It takes 8.
That was shatter, wasn't it?
That was shatter. That was my second.
Where were you before? Roll amazingly as long as it means nothing.
Where were you when the ground fell?
And you see this time you strike it nearer nearer its face, and it recoils a little bit, but seems intent on. You see a kind of smirk appear,
It's still standing.
and it's still standing.
Does it look
yeah,
in
yeah,
any
yeah.
way like bothered?
It does look slightly bothered, yes. It looks a little bit pissed when it
We
is
slightly
turning its
bothered it,
attention on
guys.
the Oberyn.
So yes,
It's
I,
We've done a lot of damage.
I suggest Mala heads
Done
to
like
the
70
unconscious
damage.
peeps.
Okay.
I attempt to draw its attention mywards.
Okay. So
About
just
half
to,
of which was him.
okay. So just
I'm
to
surprised at everyone else.
so Brucon and Fleeting,
Yeah.
because you're both in the water
Yeah.
and unconscious, you both automatically fail one death save.
Right. Oh, well, I guess you're,
Do they still
if you're
roll?
doing it, I shall.
Or is it just automatic?
Yeah, it is
Automatic fail because the water's
It's
entering
not an
your
automatic
nose.
fail and then another
Yeah, I was
one.
going to say, I was...
Because no one's doing anything to
Cool,
us.
so it's my turn.
We're just so cold.
Yeah, it's not a double, it's
That's
just
my
one.
turn.
It's your turn. Top of the
How
round.
far down has he sunk into the ice? Like, he's standing on the bottom of the river, isn't he?
He's standing on the bottom. Yeah.
And how far down is he? Like 15 feet?
So
Like-
he's about 10 feet.
10
You can
feet.
see 10 feet of him, maybe slightly over.
Okay, so we can see 10 feet.
Yeah.
So how much is underwater?
About 10 feet,
About 10
roughly.
feet as well.
You,
Cool.
you would guess round about 10 to 15 feet.
5, 10, 15,
He
and
has a
can I
10-foot reach.
get into the water? Oh, sorry, water. Does it look super dark, like in the water? Like, can I see the bottom?
It's a very dark blue, you can't see the bottom.
Cool. I'm going to go in the water.
Yep.
And
Make a constitution
Yeah.
saving throw.
it's cold.
It's
real goddamn
real cold.
Real freaking cold.
Real freaking cold.
That is the way most people die when they fall in the ocean.
Hypothermia.
4.
Yeah. So the cold hits you as you jump in.
I'll never let go, Jack.
That was terrible. I'll never let go. You take 2 points of cold damage.
Cool. Going to the bottom.
Mhm.
Okay. Am I effectively hidden from his sight?
You don't know, but you would guess yes, but you don't know.
We've gone around the back of it, so that's
Can I
Bonus
use
action to
my
hide.
Bonus action to hide
There
then.
you go.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, make a stealth check.
Cool. And sorry, actually, from where I am, the water obviously it's cracked that you've done here. Is there more
Oh,
ice here, or is that?
No,
just,
that's all water now. I just
it's
drew that one
all
afterwards.
water.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
And can I see, like under the ice here? Is it all water? Like there's nothing in between this.
It
water
seems to be
and-
mostly water, but you do notice that the ice is like 5 feet thick.
That's fine.
Like, yeah, he's done some serious.
Brookon's proper fucked.
So using the bonus action to do that. So gonna roll for that. So 18's the highest.
18 hits.
So gonna use my
Anything else near 18?
A 5 and a 2.
Yeah, it's a no.
Can I borrow a D6?
But that was one roll, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, right.
That was
'cause of
elven
accuracy.
accuracy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
apologise. Sorry.
That's why I was like.
That was
10, 13,
Sorry, you're not the
18
monk. What are you
18
doing?
damage.
18 damage. Nice.
And then I use my bonus action to hide. I still got about 10 feet of movement left, so I'm going to stay under the water and I'm going to swim under the ice
Okay.
for 10 feet about here.
Okay.
Are you going to do the hide check?
I already did the hide. Oh, so, yeah, do I need to roll to hide?
Yes.
I'll say.
No.
Well,
No,
yeah,
sorry,
because you just.
I
Well,
was
a
at
you,
the
general
bottom of it.
okay, so you went to hide first, which was a bonus action.
Yeah.
You can't hide again this round because
No,
you attacked.
that's what I meant. I hid.
So,
oh, yeah.
so you're not hidden anymore because you attacked.
Yeah.
But-
That gives away that you're down there.
Yeah, so the ice is 5 feet thick. covered
Yeah,
in
so
snow,
you
but
move. So
can't
yeah,
see
you can
the
move
lake.
over there. It can make an opportunity. Oh no, it can't because you're a swashbuckler. Fine. Yeah, it knows you're down there, but you're now
knows I'm
out of the way.
somewhere.
You can do a thing. No, wait a minute. You're a rogue.
No, wait a
Never
minute.
mind, you're immune to
are
everything,
Here
everything
to,
is-
It knows I'm
here to
somewhere.
undermine me. No, that's fine.
Don't stop wrong. I'm about to healing potion.
Mala, it's your turn.
Move up over to here. I will throw out a second level healing word at Fleeting Look.
Yeah.
Or just 7 plus
Under the water.
8 is 15 points of healing.
15 points of healing.
And then I will shout, get Brukon now! And I will use the rest of my movement to go over here.
Well, we can now definitively confirm that there's something wacky going on with this dream because Fleeting and I have both just been immersed in frozen water and have not woken up.
Yes.
That's a little bit worrying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's not the most worrying
anything
thing
else,
that's
Mala? Are
happened right now,
you done?
That was a bonus action. I'm going to use Toll the Dead on it. So give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Although, oh no, that was your channel divinity you used, right? Yeah, that's fine then. So I was going to say you can't do 2 spells, but that's fine.
but-
No,
And told her
you
that's a
can't.
cantrip, so
Kind
it's
of one
fine.
of them's a cantrip, so-
Wisdom save failed. Got 2.
Boom.
That is 12
Is that max
points of
damage?
Woo! Finally, that's the max.
Go,
Lovely job.
elephant
job.
man.
Yeah, what the fuck's Howland? Bring him in for meat shield. Now Howland's just fallen asleep.
Alan doesn't
Yeah.
share our dreams.
Oh, he's on guard duty.
Plot twist. Yes, he does. That's Laney.
Oh my.
What? No. Okay.
Turn on.
Turn.
Stop.
Okay, it's now
I mean, that
going
was
to use its
productive.
movement. It's going to head straight towards Leobrin.
Good.
So,
I'm
It
Five?
can move 20 feet.
is it coming out?
It's no, it's pushing through the ice
Okay, 10,
question.
and creating more.
15, 20.
It's going to be move 15 because it can reach.
When it's
Yeah.
I was going to say
Yes,
nice. This is stable. when it snowballed Mala, you said there was earth and ice in the ball.
I also.
Screw it, it'll
Where
go
is
the
border
full
of
20.
the balls?
Yeah.
Good time.
But the thing is, it's a dream, so
Yeah, it's fine.
none of it has to make the slightest bit of sense.
Nothing's happened. What? Why am I in the water now? I don't
Sorry,
like
the
this.
edge of it is there. You need to make a
Yeah.
dexterity saving throw as it approaches.
Okay.
Not a dream. Abort. We would love to.
Oh, guys,
We
you
had
know
the
what this
slightest
is?
fucking idea how.
We're all gonna,
Oh no.
all those in
6.
the water are going to wait.
Okay. That's a fail.
Yeah, I fall in. I do a
Oh,
thing.
I think I was like sleeping on top of things
So
on
you
the box.
take,
I was asleep on the box.
you take 5
doppelganger
points
below
of
is like,
bludgeoning
no,
damage,
no,
I can
this
and you
happens
are
only to
prone.
Varys.
Oh shit.
And you are prone in the water.
It's a real good thing that this is
Shit.
a dream because
Are you unconscious?
No, I'm
No.
still.
no, he didn't. No, the cold damage halved his remaining hit points.
It then
And-
swings to attack.
Oh, well, there it is. Oh,
I mean,
no.
this is
Oh, no, hang on.
this is
Well, it's 16 on the dice, so.
this
yeah.
is gonna
That
fucking
hits.
kill him. Like this is
Yeah,
going
Yeah,
to
this
kill him.
is
It's
The only thing that could
Yeah.
save him is that it's a dream.
a really shit roll.
One of them was a 12.
Right. So
So even
Pop. But that doesn't murder him.
Swing hits the water. So it swings the great axe, hits the water, hits.
How much was the rest of damage?
The rest of the
Well,
damage
the 2
was
sevens.
was 14 to 26,
Yeah,
32.
he's dead.
even if you hadn't taken the cold damage, there was
No, I
still.
would be unconscious.
Malar,
But that is instant.
you're still
Yeah,
able
well,
to
it's
see at this
14
point. You're
and
the
the
only one
12,
still on
so
land.
yeah.
You
If
see
it was just the
Leobrin fall.
Yeah.
You see the axe swing down,
Yeah.
and then a puff of sort of a magenta
We're going to say of warlock.
magenta magic just evaporates from the spot.
Poof.
He's gone. Leobrin, and then it turns, and as it turns, it
Glad I got that many.
reaches out one arm. Its free arm scoops up more rock and throws it at you.
Jesus.
But that's going to be long. No, 60 feet. No, I think 60 feet is in range. So
Well,
it's just
take
a
it from
normal.
here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Bullshit!
Oh, just. Oh man.
Literally.
So 19. Does 19 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, it like the shield comes up and then this thing just plows.
Plows into. It's
Just
like
goes,
it's
"No,
bigger
couldn't
than
give a
you.
fuck about your
Bing.
damage."
That hit the hammer, the bell.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 11.
I want to remind you that
18.
50 is not a 50.
You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Let me just double check my maths on this. Yeah, that's 46 points. I'm down.
Down. Alright.
Down but not insta-dead.
Not insta-dead, but you are down.
And you.
Which means that
Left-
currently
left
Fleeting
foot.
Look is conscious, Brucon is unconscious,
Correct.
Seth is conscious and under the water.
So
Stealthy.
I'm aware of what is going on above.
Okay.
With my dark vision, I think I can see.
I think, yeah, just on the edge you would have
Just
seen
on the edge,
something
I can see the
happen.
puff. Also,
Probably should have gone with you rather than Malar, actually, because that would have made more sense. But anyway, through the water. Anyway, so that's its go. The Oberyn is out. Brucon. Sorry.
It's the death save.
I failed a death save.
Yes, you do. Thank you. Fleeting.
You're up.
So happy to be involved.
Thank you for playing.
Next doing is classic. And this person is dead. Moving on.
Yeah, sorry, it's because I'm going through the order just to make sure.
Brucon, what do you... Oh, right, yeah, never mind.
Sorry, Fleeting.
What's it going to take me to actually get out? Do I need to use an action or a check?
Okay, so I would say it will use... To climb out of the water, I would say half your movement to get out.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Walk over and lay on hands for 5 points.
Oh, he's
saying
actually
water.
in the water,
I'm
so
in
you
the
can
water.
swim over to him and do it.
Oh, can I just stand on the bank and just reach over? And...
It's
Is it too
too
high?
high.
Okay, I'll
It's-
swim over then. And yeah, 5
This is
points.
this is brutal from Martha in the chat. Yup.
Yep.
So you're up.
Hooray!
Yeah, so lay on
On-
hands, how much does that do?
Yeah, on how many?
He's healed for 5.
5.
5.
5. That's enough. That's enough to keep him alive. In the dream.
Do you want to get out? Play dead.
Yeah, I'm just going to float.
Okay. Okay. So at the end of your turn, you need to make another Constitution saving throw.
Because because it's cold here.
Because it is gold.
It's getting cold in here.
Damn right.
So put on all your clothes.
So you can
Hey,
sink.
nice!
So you can sink
20
faster.
non-natural.
20. Yep, you managed to stave off the cold. You don't take any damage this time. All right. Top of the round, Seth.
Cool. I'm going
Think
to
of all
swim
kinds of
in
ways
the
in which the
towards
cold
it.
wouldn't
So
affect him, but they're all
5,
disgusting, so I'm not going to say.
15, 20, 25 to get to it. Now, being at the bottom of the river, can it seem like, do I have advantage on my hit, or would I have to use bonus action to hide to do it?
You have to use your bonus action to hide.
Okay. Then no, I'll just attack normal. So just normal attack. That is 12 plus
So there you go.
7. 12 plus 7. Someone help me maths.
19.
Thank you.
19 hits. Roll for damage.
Can I borrow a d6?
Mhm.
Ah, shit.
8.
So 8. 13 damage.
13 damage. All right.
And then bonus action to dash, and I'm going to swim over to here.
Swimming speed with this?
15,
His swim speed
25.
matches his walking
Oh, because
speed
he's a pirate, yeah.
because of
30.
his things.
Swashbuckler.
He has some other bullshit.
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
His background.
Cool. So yeah,
is
I'm just
nuts.
underwater,
His
breathing happily, and swimming around.
End of your turn. Constitution save.
Glub, 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 glub.
Natural 17.
17 passes.
Are you
Yeah,
familiar with Dance and Droids?
that passes. You're good.
Bits.
Okay. Malar, death save, please.
The guy who plays
11.
R2D2.
Yeah, it's a success.
He's
One
such a
success.
munchkin that he traded his ability to speak.
Great.
for
It's
bonus.
go. Now, recognises something hoki's going on here, but I'm going to make it make an intelligence check to see if it knows roughly where you would be or what's going on under the
I was
water.
attacking from behind him,
Yeah, so it's going to turn around. Natural 20.
but he's got to figure out which direction I've gone in.
Yep.
Oh, he's got bullshit road vision.
Jack, can I ask?
Yeah.
Would you like to swap dice with me in perpetuity?
In perpetuity.
Yeah.
We'll just do a swap trade right
I mean,
here, right now. They're
this,
very pretty.
This die, right? This yellow die, really good when I'm a DM. As a player, terrible.
but
Just
look,
saying.
But look at the pretty. It's blue and purple.
I have that.
Hello?
I have that though, and they're basically the same. Thank you.
Mm.
Anyway, okay. So with a natural 20, I will say it will move towards you.
Oh,
So it's gonna crash through the
5,
ice.
10,
It can get 20 feet, so
20.
it will. Yeah.
Passes that pen and we'll
Yeah,
swap
you can do that. You can do the squiggly lines. That's great. And it's
Not as if we're
gonna
doing much over
take a
this
swing
other
at you,
Yeah.
Seth. Just
Imagine if this
chooses
is,
the right
imagine if this is
I'm not
secret.
making this up.
This is how
Oh,
we
come
open
on.
dice.
No, come on. What did you
It's
roll?
another natural 20.
I was
Fuck's
doing
sake,
so
you
well.
I can show you.
We,
Okay.
no, you don't
believe
need to.
you. I was just doing
Nobody
so well.
wants to see
I
that.
didn't,
I
I
really
didn't even
thought
do
I
it.
could-
Nobody wants to
I
see
really
it.
thought I could keep these hit and run tactics going.
You could.
It was a really good
You could
strategy.
against
to be
anyone
fair.
but
really
this
good strategy.
motherfucker.
But natural 20 followed by natural 20.
No,
Sorry,
I'm dead.
you can't write this shit. So 3d12.
So 1 in 400
so
chance.
60, 12 plus
1 in 400.
6.
Um,
Let's see how I roll. How much have you got?
19.
fours in a
I'm
row.
done.
Yep.
Not necessarily.
might be
Not
really
necessarily.
bad.
I could roll badly. Let's see.
He doesn't.
That's a 1 in
2
8,000
twos.
chance.
And a 10. So 14. So how much did you
Unless
say you
it's
got?
Jack,
19.
in
Yeah,
which
yeah,
case
you
it's a
are
one in
out
one.
then.
Yeah.
Which is, but I need to see if it kills you. It won't kill you. But you are unconscious.
Thing of upping the difficulty.
So you can put your finger back because we know you're there.
Yeah.
You've been revealed and you start floating
We
upwards,
read Guards
unconscious.
Guards recently.
We all float here.
Okay. Oh
Half an
dear.
hour, who-
So you're floating up. You're not going to be at the surface yet, but you will be. All right. So that's one attack. It's got one more. So I
Kills it, punches itself in the face, dies instantly.
only used one on you. That was a crit.
Yeah, well, I've got an attack, I might as well use it on something. Poof.
It punches itself to
you
death.
failed my dream
He
challenge.
sees everyone else's down, so might as well.
No, it just looks around. It can't. It tries to gather up some to make another rock, but it doesn't happen. That's its go. So, Lee O'Brien. Sorry. I tried not. I was like, is Lee O'Brien? No, he's not. Brucon.
In a separate thing, Jack. I'm always asking the dead characters if they were ready to do anything.
You're just Fleeting Look is just sort of bobbing around, and he's not. He's okay, isn't he?
Yeah, it's fine.
And
Lights pass.
the boost of speed is still operational.
You would.
They last for 10 minutes until I.
Yes,
or they last for 10 minutes,
yeah.
or unless I.
Unless you turn them off, essentially.
Deactivate.
So yes, they are still active.
Okay, so it's not going to be. I'm not Mr. Bullshit Rogue over here, but.
Oh no, sorry. They can be used for a maximum of 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'll say they're still active. Yeah.
Cool. So what I was thinking was do the paddle, but because of the boost of speed, just and sort of like the Flash, or something like when he's kind of there in the water.
Right. So.
Or yeah. Anyway.
Which way are you heading?
Because I'm a crazy person. I am going to motorboat over to not that kind of motorboat.
So your movement's halved for swimming.
Yeah. Okay. So it's only 35 feet instead of 70.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 21.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yep. So
Although I'm gonna under the water.
I don't know what motion was.
And then, yeah, new party 2020. Now the trouble is, this is underwater. Are we?
Yeah, do you have a potion?
I do. I have 2. Yeah, 2 healing potions.
Heal me. It's my go before its turn. No. It's my turn before its turn.
Classic Seth.
I could swim away with you on my turn.
Yeah.
To get us away.
Well, I think I've used all my movement, to be fair, but even so, and your weight. Actually, no, we're probably about the same speed.
In the water.
Due to combination of bullshits, we are both about the same speed in the water.
I can swim us away.
Cool. Okay. Well, yeah. As long as it doesn't mean that, like, I'm assuming we're not fully submerged.
No. You're.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
sorry. You're going to him, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
Are you?
he isn't at the surface yet, so you would have to dive down to get to him. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I can't do it this turn in that case. So I'd dive down and grab him and standard action to dodge.
Yeah.
So
And you're holding on to him.
do that in the water.
Yeah.
And
End of
then
your turn. Constitution saving throw.
This will kill me now. Watch
You
this.
use me as a human shield. I don't know how to react to that.
Fine. You're not
Well, I'm probably about to die. Oh no, 16.
16 is enough. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Hold the cold bay. Okay. Great. So fleeting.
I'm going to climb out.
It's a very sensible idea.
run as far as you can.
And lay on
Something's
hands for 2 points of healing.
2 points of healing to
How much
Mala.
left in your hands, Paul?
3.
Any
Oh, yeah,
bonuses
'cause
at
you're still
all?
level
You
3.
can give me 1 if you want.
No, it's okay. I don't think we're going to be around
He
much
likes your
longer.
100% more than that.
Escape.
Bit forward, asking him
you
on the
doing
stream.
anything else, Fleeting?
Jesus.
You know.
No,
Escape.
Okay,
Tell
end
people
of
our
your
story.
turn. This will be the last time that you need to make a Constitution saving throw, just because the cold's still clinging to you. So this will be the last one. Now you're up.
No, natural 1.
Natural 1. All right. You take 4 points of cold
That's
damage.
manageable.
Manageable. Dismiss that. That's fine. Great. Seth. Death save.
Got automatic, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
If
Could
we
you do
all
that?
die, no one can save Neris.
Mala, you've been healed. So
I have
you are.
been
You
healed,
can
so
do
I am-
things on your ass again after being hit by another snowball.
Thank you, Mr. Fleeting.
Well said.
Okay, unfortunately, I got nothing really offensive in my locker, big, smashy wise. So.
How's the giant look?
Brucon, because you're unconscious.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's okay.
He's
Sorry.
still his turn.
I was going to say because you're next to him, so we can say whether all three of you will see then that the giant is looking a little bit slower than he was before.
I have no idea if that means
Perhaps like-
what that means.
Perhaps we did 2% of his maximum.
Yeah.
Like his movement seems a bit clumsier than it was.
I think we
before.
can do this.
Second level healing word on myself.
Okay.
4, 5, plus 8 is 13. And I'm gonna ask this guy for a wisdom save, please.
Okay. Wisdom save. Natural 1 for health.
Told that.
You don't do
dude.
middle ground, do you?
No. Extremes. You
6
say
points of
12 points of healing to yourself. Is that
13.
13? And how much damage? Sorry.
6.
6.
Told that dude.
Cool. Great.
For dudes
Good stuff.
with bare toes.
Then it's its turn, right? Seeing you with him.
Yeah.
Gonna try and swing at you.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, he dodged.
I did dodge.
That's very true.
That's why I dodged.
Very true. Which turned that 15 to a 12, but 21. Yeah. Still, that was the right thing to do because that nearly
Well,
worked.
no, the right thing to do was not get in this fight in the first place.
We were literally dreamed it up.
I should have. The obvious correct move was boots of speed, turn
Well,
around,
this was terrible rolling.
dash the other
He's got
direction.
two
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're unconscious, but you're not dead because that I rolled terribly. I did 10, 11. It did 17 points.
I mean,
of
you would need to,
slashing damage.
given that my maximum hit points is 32, you would need to roll a lot of damage
Yeah.
to kill me outright.
Second attack.
0.
This time I'm going to go for the. Now that you're the threat taken care of, it's going to go for the prone Seth next to you. Christmas special, Monster says. DM kills everyone. New party 2020.
Automatic hit.
No, it's got advantage, but if it hits, it
Auto
automatically
crit.
crits, which is
Okay.
2 fails.
So I'll be dead.
It's not using its 10-foot reach.
Hang on.
And it's got +9.
15?
No.
It misses! Just
Brucon-
cleaves the water, but it just can't. The resistance it's almost like the waters themselves are trying to save you.
Look, and I'm taking credit for this one. Brucon interposed
Yes, you did,
himself.
but no! It took the first
Was
hit.
that complaining about using you as a human shield?
It was that
I just threw myself under the
you're
giant for
You're
you.
floating on top of the water like this, and as you're floating, you're like.
D&D, where you
This is
use
a
your
perilous
dex
moment
even
in the
when
game.
unconscious.
Alright, that's its turn. Well, it's taken care of you two, so it will use its movement to advance towards the other two. Next up.
We won!
Oh my god. So,
triumphed.
Brucon, you need to make a death save. No, sorry, you failed.
I
You failed
automatically
automatically.
failed, and that
Apologies.
was my third one. So,
And with that,
Do they reset?
this time some brown
No.
energy, sort of a brownish light emits.
they reset on a
Brucon.
long rest, I think.
You have the brown light.
Brown and beige light emits from the waters. You can see. Brucon, you wouldn't know this, but
Brown.
Brucon has disappeared.
Really? Alright,
He's gone.
fine.
Brown and beige.
Jack, just
Bit of both.
When there was the floater joke, it
can you
was
confirm
absolute-
that?
Yeah,
Death
that's
saves
why I
don't
didn't
reset
like
till we
it.
rest.
No, your death saves reset when you
Come
Get
back
healed.
alive.
when you get healed, and then you go down again.
Oh, do they? I
Yeah.
thought they
So
were.
you're on
I thought
So
they
you,
reset
so
on
you,
the
so you
rest.
just
Okay,
failed
one
one.
failed, yeah.
Okay, so no, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
So
beige.
it means I can change the colour of your light. Something that's slightly less brown. Okay.
Slightly.
It's about to happen.
But anyway,
Yellow.
one failed death save.
There's no. Because Cure Wounds is touching, isn't it?
Cure Winds is, yeah.
Yeah, we ain't getting up yet.
No.
Okay.
So one failed death save, and then next is fleeting look.
How long's a minute in this thing?
10 turns.
10 rounds.
Have we had 10 turns?
No.
No.
Cool.
Oh, for your vow enmity.
Oh, yes, you still got
Yeah. Is that
I reckon
is
we
that a
had
concentration thing? I don't
seven.
think it is, but just thought I'd check.
Right. 7 turns.
Classing.
Cool. But
Yeah.
some of them can be
Yeah.
concentration.
That thing
Maybe
is
8. It's probably the 8th.
Go on, Dan. Fuck this guy up.
Yeah, come on.
I'm going to attack and use Thunder Wave. I'll hit.
That one, you don't roll, he rolls a
Yeah,
save.
he has a.
Yes, that's right. I make a
saving
save.
throw.
Was
Thunder
it
Wave.
through-
Only if I hit though. Yeah.
No.
it's-
The point is
That's
you
just
don't.
it's a special thing with
Oh,
you.
so
You
So you
don't
just
roll
hit
to
the
attack.
ground and
Oh,
it.
wonderful.
So you basically hit the ground.
It's a con
It,
save.
it works the same way as his.
But I rolled a
tiptoe.
2!
Whoa!
Hey.
So that's 7, which fails. So,
he also
yeah.
needs to make a giant
Strength save to avoid being pushed back. But does it depend on the size of the creature? Because he's a
How
huge
big?
creature.
No, it just. Thunderwave, this is, yeah?
Thunderwave, it just knocks
So-
Just knocks you back.
Yeah.
Unless you
It is-
pass the strength save. Great.
No.
it's
It's a constitution
Oh,
saving throw.
oh, this is
If that's
this is
failed,
great then.
it gets
Oh,
pushed
and it's
back.
push. Sorry, yeah, no strength.
Yeah,
sorry.
push 10 feet.
No,
Magical,
no-
magical.
no double saving
Thunder Wave.
throw.
So roll for damage, but it's pushed back 10
It
It
feet.
just really likes being on those.
It loves the divide.
It's a 2d8. But not with the actual damage as well, or with the actual damage.
No, that is the damage.
No, 2d8
2d8.
is just that.
That's all the damage you do.
Yeah, you
You,
don't get-
don't hit it. You hit the ground, and then it emits the thunderous energy from it.
7.
Booms out. 7 points of damage.
And he's got
Double.
movement left.
Oh,
I
actually,
don't
no.
know how far I move, but potentially
God.
not.
We're here, so 5, 10,
Maybe it was? I don't know.
15? So you got 15 left, so back. Push away from him.
Yeah, I think it was my lighter.
And you're backing up. All right, great. Top of the round. Seth fails a death save. How many? That's
I'm on 2.
two fails. Malar.
Hello.
Feel like we can now banks
life
up.
domain. 33 falls. How big up is? No, screw this. Can I see Brucon from where I am?
With him in the way, no.
10 feet to the side, you can.
You've run up, bong, come back. Okay, I'm going to run over to 15. Oh hell, there.
He's going to
There.
pass out from the shock.
Can I see them there?
Make a perception check as a free action.
11.
I can't see them at this time. Too much. There's too much disturbance with the waves buffeting around and the giant looming over you.
I will throw another Toll the Dead at this guy then. Can you give me a
Wisdom
save?
7 fails.
Fails. Take that. That's going to be 7 points of necrotic damage, I think.
All right.
And then I will move back now. Turn.
Looking pretty ropey. Not
Yes,
with rope
we are.
though. Everyone's pretty ropey at this point. It's okay. It's go. It advances towards you guys. So 20 feet it can move, pushing through the ice. Which means you are just out of its reach.
Is it 5 foot around it?
Yeah. You're just out of its reach. So what it will do is it will. It's going. Oh dear. It reaches down into the water itself, and then heaves up, and with it, and it's not a rock this time. This time it's pulling up the entire ice shelf.
It's the planet.
The planet. It's pulling their planet apart. Okay, so you two need to make
Your fucked saves.
yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's my best stat. Oh no, wait a minute.
It's not charisma.
Nice.
Did you just...
16.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roll.
16, nice, half damage.
15.
15, again, success, so half damage for you
Yeah,
two.
but there's damage there.
There is damage.
They're fucked.
No, I'm
Stop
on,
adding dice, I
I'm
saw
on,
that.
I'm on like 15.
3, you take 3 points of damage each. And,
So you add that second dice.
well, yeah, because I was like, 1 and then 2, it's a bit difficult.
I saw it, it's like, what?
DM
Not enough.
DM prerogative.
Do what I like. I should have a screen here, really, shouldn't
I
I?
do what I want.
Okay, so 3 points of damage to both of you. That's its turn. So, Brucon, that's your final death save.
Second.
No, it's your second.
On the reset.
It's your second, because we, yeah.
It's the second for the second time.
But I'll be going down.
He is 2 for 2 on the day. So, Fleeting Up, your turn. The ground around you is now difficult terrain in that area. It hasn't actually, it's not completely submerged yet. Okay.
Great deal I can do.
3 points of force
You
damage.
could dive in the water and electrify it.
Run away. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Negotiate.
You have electric.
No, but I'm going to dive in the water anyway.
Oh no, sorry, thunder. I always do that.
Lightning in the thunder.
You've got advantage.
I mean, actually, sonic damage in water would be amplified as well. That would be. Ooh. No, I was hoping as well.
Yeah.
I saw the
22
0
hits.
and went, ooh.
If any of you hits, roll for damage.
Nice.
Can I? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can. Yeah, why
Come
not?
on, pump it up, baby.
Cool. Can I borrow a D8?
I think I gave it to you.
Huh? I don't know.
And I got it.
Yes, what's that? Oh, 1, 10,
Call it
12.
12 points of damage.
Call it a 7.
It's got out of 50.
Hang on a minute. So, sorry, this is you hitting it with the hammer while you're in the water, just with a normal hit. So, because you're submerged, because you're underwater, this would be a disadvantage on the attack. So, can you just roll the attack roll one more time? We'll keep the damage if you hit, but you've got to roll
Can we
one
say
more
that
time.
he ran and jumped and hit and fell?
Yeah.
If you'd like to do that, it will be an athletics or acrobatics check to see if you can jump up and do it.
Yeah,
What
So
do
it's
wanna
up to
do,
you.
Dan?
Yeah, why not?
That's a
Either
1.
way.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. So,
Can we say that
okay,
he
that
trips, falls,
so
with the
you
hammer,
still have that
action?
spell. So
Okay.
so
Don't
don't
burn
you
the
have
smite.
don't burn the
I
smite.
don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's not gonna...
And you're now in the water, so you need to be a Constitution saving throw at the end of turn. Sorry. 15 is a success, no damage. Alright. Okay, Seth. That's you gone. So, black. Black and grey sort of smoke wafts from the spot. you do like wearing dark colours like Batman. Disappears.
I don't wear black.
Do you not?
No.
Okay, well, your guy's black.
You've got a black soul.
Anyway, grey though.
My clothes are blue.
Okay, anyway, dark blue.
Brown jacket, grey cloak, blue. My old jacket with blue.
Hey, we've all got brown
Hey man,
trousers at the moment.
there's some
yeah.
perfectly good
Mala.
class-based stereotypes we're applying
Yeah.
here. Stop
Let's see Brucon.
mucking things up.
I don't have them.
Jack made your mini
Is
look
that
like
for Jack?
that, so that's what you look like.
Apologies, we can change it.
19.
19, yes, you can just about spot Mala.
Brucon.
He is mad. I see
Mala,
myself.
Mala, you can just about spot. I keep changing you two round. I'm sorry.
I
This
see
is
my
amazing.
true
We do use the same. We do use
colours.
basically the same voice, which I do.
Yeah.
Also,
do
both
regret.
quite sage-like
Yeah.
wisdom from you two. Being that wisdom is useful for both of you.
Bonus action, I'm going to throw out a healing word. My last.
I mean, you
my
don't
last
have to.
spell. Well, I'm
As a
going
religious
to.
person, I have found myself.
8 points of healing.
What's the
That'd be
range? 60
60
feet.
foot.
Okay.
And then as my action, toddle it.
All right.
Marta is extremely familiar, as am I, because we've
18.
had it on the charity streams that we've done in the past with the phenomenon of I'm
He's
dying,
familiar
heal,
with this now,
die,
isn't
heal, die, heal.
This is my life. Make it
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So,
that's,
pain, it never
how much did you heal Brucon to?
8.
8, thank you.
That's going to be my turn.
It's fine. We're turning into mist, not corpses.
That's something.
Hang on.
By the way, I don't
To
saw
the
that.
cleric, you're being hit, and then just something etheric evaporates from your body. Yeah, that feels like death.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, its turn. Right.
Have you not seen?
First thing, it's
Clearly
going
you've
to
not
take a
seen the Dark
swing at
Crystal
Mr.
Age of
Look.
Resistance.
Yes, no idea.
Deeply adorable. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good roll. 15?
Miss.
Miss. Second attack.
Stand and prove the
One more
strength of
attack.
the spoon by my side.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 12.
I'm just saying, this is
Yeah,
encouraging,
20.
with the exception of my learned colleague to my
So
left.
yeah, you go unconscious.
What
30
this
points of
demonstrates
damage.
is that we are a
Slashing
tough
damage.
party to put down.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. If only the cleric had been dealt with earlier. Anyway, so you go down.
If
But
you're,
that's why we have
In the water.
backup heals.
if your rope
Yeah.
plan and it didn't get a natural 20 on looking for me through the earth,
Hmm.
it would have worked.
Yeah. It's been unfortunate. Anyway, that's that. So Brucon then disappears. As your final death set. Oh no, you got healed.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
What would you like to do?
he's-
I'm sorry. I keep taking this away from
honestly, let the suffering end.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to ask me what the thing I want to do is, but my
Swam at water and cried.
but my yeah.
The tears
you. Honestly, you guys are doing incredibly well.
Jack has a whole scene planned for
I know.
this.
No, wait. Hang on. I know exactly what Brucon wants to do. Hang on a minute. Let me just count the spaces. So so the speed doubling is then halved back to normal.
Yeah, so you can move 35
Yeah, 35.
feet.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Have you ever seen the film Waterworld?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, bits.
Do you remember in
What a
the
film.
do you remember in the early part of that film when they're on the big kind of the pontoon island settlement thing, when like the first scene when everything all goes down and Kevin Costner does like a dolphin kind of swim through the water and then launches like a salmon out of it onto the
Up
above
onto the land.
surface.
Oh, okay. You can try and do that.
Brucon going is gonna dolphin and then whoocha and 3-point superhero landing on the
Right.
snow.
So for this will be an athletics check, not acrobatics, because you've got to propel yourself out of the water.
Fine, okay. 12. With the boots of speed?
With the boots of speed, it does help propel you. However, you hit the ice wall, and you're now like got your fingers on the edge, but you're not out of the water. Just like there. End of your turn. Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah. 10.
Okay. That's 3 points of cold damage.
This is not enough. Like, it's death by 1,000
Just
cuts.
make it happen already.
Yeah.
This is a very long fight you can't win.
I don't know. I think you could win this
On
fight.
my-
Fleeting look. You one failed death save.
Yep.
Seth is sorry. Malar, I'll
Uh,
cross you off the list. There we go.
run. I will present my holy symbol. I will throw. Okay, right. Let me think about this. It's gonna be 6 points of healing at you. 6 points of healing at you. No, wait. 7 points. 7 points. That's 14. I will take the remaining 6 for myself. Healing. All round. That's my channel divinity used.
So 6 for you and 7 for the others. Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
I feel like we're all very kind of like on brand for our characters here, because Brucon's response to this is kind of placid acceptance.
And,
And the guys are just like, no, we must keep fighting. We must keep fighting. Rage against the Tide of the Light.
Okay.
Party.
It's go.
This is my time.
Who's responsible for the?
Hello.
Yeah, well, it's not like you had much else to do.
Okay, so it's obviously seeing what you're doing, but it's gonna. Tell me, let's check. Hang on. Oh no, it's gonna go for the 2 that you just picked up rather than going for the guy who's picking them up again. So first of all, it's gonna make an attack at Fleeting with advantage because you're prone in the water.
Hit.
5 fleeting.
21.
Yep.
Let this end.
How many hit points do you have? Sorry.
7.
7. All right. So I need to roll this just in case. What's your maximum hit points?
Can you roll 32,
25.
please?
25.
So you need to roll 32.
11, 19, 25.
No.
No.
Not
So you're
exceeding.
unconscious. Okay. And then a second attack on Brucon, who also would be unconscious in the water. Sorry, conscious but in the water because you were scrabbling on the side. You weren't out like
Yeah.
it shows on there. So advantage. Yeah, that hits as well.
Okay.
So you'll be down, but
Yep.
let's just check damage. How much? What's
I
your
mean, you might roll all ones.
what's your
Hang on.
what's your maximum hit points?
32. And I'm on 12 at the minute. So
12.
you-
Okay.
So you're going to need to roll 44.
No,
to
you're
kill
you're
me
just
out.
down. You're just down and unconscious. All right. Okay. Which means you both fail death saves. Over to Malar.
So I've just watched. I've just.
You've picked them up and they've
run,
gone down again. Yeah.
And they're down. Right. I would like to.
Accept it.
I will.
Malar, come on, Malar. Come on, I
trumpet,
believe in
the
you.
nose trumpets, and then pull out my quarterstaff, throw down the shield,
I'm gonna let this happen. Yes.
run
Okay.
at
Okay.
this thing,
Yeah.
leap, and just clock it
Okay.
as hard as I possibly can.
For this, I'm gonna give you advantage because this is cool. This is freaking awesome. I want to see this happen.
So what are you giving me advantage on?
The attack.
The attack.
Damage.
That's gonna be quarterstaff. That's gonna be 20 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
It's two-handed, so it's going with the D8. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
You badass.
Pow! As the wood connects, a blinding light flashes out.
What?
all goes white around you, and when you all, after a moment, your vision comes back, and now you're no longer in this snowy realm. You'll appear to be floating on a cloud. It's bizarre. In this, a very sorry.
Most intense dramatic cloud.
We must fight our way through all of the giants.
Can we start with Hill next time? Build up the XP.
And you're and in front of you there is a single figure.
Keith?
Are you saying this?
Yes.
A single figure. It appears to be of a diminutive stature, wearing a red hat,
Yeah, I knew. I fucking knew it.
a very rotund, very stout-looking
Yeah.
chap.
Kill me. Take
Worst Christmas present ever.
Just hands out in front of him. Stop. We come in peace. Really.
Well, that were very close. That you're a lot stronger than I thought you were.
2 of us are dead.
You're all now.
Okay, we're there.
You're there.
We're not there,
All of
so we're
5
not.
of you are there and alive, and you're at full HP. Everything's
it's
normal.
as if it never happened.
Then in character,
You actually feel.
I think 2 of us died.
Yes, it's just,
That's
but
beyond close.
You're not
The other
actually
side of
dead.
close.
So when you put 3 death saves on D&D Beyond, it's a real piss take. It's like restore life with full HP or 1. It's like, no, I'm dead. That's it.
That were a close
It's
one.
dead
That.
next to your name. It's great.
Huh. But you're going to need to do more displays like that in the war that is to come, my friends. It has fallen on you, and I hope that you will be the difference in what comes next. I think you might still need a little bit of help, though. Am I right?
I'm confused. War? What do you refer to?
There is a war coming across the Manylands, the lights of which has not been seen since the First Age. It is for dominion over the entirety of the Manylands, and with it the material plane itself.
Big word, Santa.
He doesn't actually have a beard. He's clean shaven. This guy, very puffed out, puffy cheeks.
Okay, Santa doesn't need to conform. He can be his own Santa.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has
No,
to-
he's
He has to say yo ho ho.
for copyright reasons. No. No, he's not Santa. Just to clarify, he's just has the appearance of with a red hat, but no. Anyway, so
Brucon sort of looks around and goes, I mean, if you're offering help, then I don't imagine we're likely to turn it down. Looks to everyone else in the party. I mean, does anyone else feel lord of all he surveys? Because I definitely don't.
I feel like we need help.
Yes.
With a lot of
Yes,
things.
I'm pretty sure I would like to not die next time we fight a giant in an ice field,
well,
which is apparently going to happen.
you know, we've all got to die sometime, the Oberyn. But when it does happen, rest assured you'll go to a good place.
Oh,
What?
That's good
you.
to hear. What about Mr. Seth?
Hey,
Jerusalem.
do you actually ask that?
Yeah.
Ah, Seth shoots you daggers, not the literal. Hang on.
And that's why you're going to the
Hang
bad
on.
place.
This is the decision here. Not literal daggers.
I know your soul, Oberyn, and I know that you are a good person deep down. And so I know that
Yes,
you will.
I
So
know.
I know that
Deep
when
down.
the day does come and death does come, Declan does come for us all. That you will go to a deserving place, a good place.
Declan?
As for you, Master Seth,
We've done this
I know that you are often misunderstood by
I've
your
forgotten.
friends here. But you too,
Okay. This is not spelled that.
like all, have the potential for bad. But if you stay on the right side, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thank you.
I love what happens between you two.
That's one of the things that's sending you that way.
This doesn't send me down there, sends me up there. But I'm happy with that.
I tell you what, you two cause me nothing but amusement, and that be the truth, all right?
Who are you?
Oh, Malar Shade Creek. Come,
Keith.
search your soul, my friend. I know you know who I am.
I thought he was going to you know it could be true.
Steve, they call me.
Oh. Steve, I'm.
It's one of the many names I go by. You probably know me by something a bit more formal-like, but anyway, I don't want to give too much of the game away right now, for this 'tis only a dream. You can only be here for a fleeting amount of time. I apologise, my friend. It's couldn't resist getting a pun in there.
No worries.
So, you have friends in the Manylands. They may not know it yet, and some of them may be in danger. But you will need them when the time comes. I've sensed that we are only in the early stages, but the clock is ticking. So, do what you can in this time. Build yourselves up. Help out those in need, and win some allies. Because you're going to need friends in high places and low places for what is to come.
We've got you in the high place, right?
Of course you do, and I will do what I can.
Go, you'll.
Talking of allies, I must agree with my comrade over here, Mr. Seth. One of our own, Ms. Neris, is
Oh,
gone
yeah.
missing. Is she Well,
She is alive, but she is in danger. I sense that the greater danger at this moment lies not with Neris, but with that lycanthrope threat threatening to take over the entirety of Buracrin. What Neris is needed for, or sought for, does not require her death. She will be kept alive, but she is in danger.
I love an entire session to say, don't go get Neris.
Not entirely the point of it. Anyway, I'm best be off now, and so should you. You've got plenty of things to be doing.
You
So,
said help.
hmm?
You said there was help.
I did, yes.
Yeah, and then he told us to go. Then he told us to go find it.
Go find your help, my friends. If you just go through that door, a door suddenly appears, a grand wooden door with a sort of a oval top.
Next time, could you just talk to us first rather than the death trauma?
I had to test to know how far along you'd come, and by gosh darn it, you got a lot further than I thought you would, so you should be pleased with yourselves.
Two rounds, 3 rounds, 3 rounds, 3 rounds.
Honestly, those giants that were around in the first stage, they were a lot of trouble. But you dealt with that one just about. And considering your relative new adventures and short amount of time I've been watching you, you did very well. Now, if you'd like to take your place, go through that door and return to your dreams and to the world.
Wait, I have so many questions.
Oh, Mr. Shade Creek, you may stay a moment.
Oh, thank you.
As I go start to head towards the door, I'm just going to be like, that's my turn, fucking watch. It's like fucking Steve Keefe.
Oh.
Steve Keefe.
So once,
Pod Steve, Pod Keith.
so once the rest of you have exited through the door, when you open it, just a white light, can't see what's beyond it. But as you enter through it, you reappear. Basically, you wake up as if from a dream. However, we'll get back to that. Over to Malar.
It's fanboydom. It's cleric actually meeting a. Are you one of the 8?
Oh, Malar, of course I am.
Steve, I will look into this. Malar starts to gush.
No, he knows that you are a man of the cloth, and I, with the danger that is to come, some sacrifice may need to be made. And
no more cloth for you.
I believe that you are the best person to wield this particular gift. He pulls forth a haversack, quite a large one, reaches his hand in. Now, considering the haversack itself, it's only a couple, 2 feet tall. He's a halfling. He's 3 feet tall, but he reaches in.
He's a halfling.
Yeah.
Oh well, I know who this is.
He reaches into the bag and reaches down, and he just keeps reaching down. He actually climbs into the bag almost. As his feet just
let
out.
me give you a hand.
Oh, it's quite all right. I've got this. And he pulls forth a necklace with one pendant. It resembles an hourglass. It seems to be made of like a brilliant silver. This be Fortune's Folly. When the time comes to use it, you'll know. Keep your party safe. Keep your friends close. And when you talk about me in the future, you may continue using my formal title. We don't like using the informal terms in the material plane. It confuses people somewhat. We prefer the more grand titles.
There's a very deep bow, and Malar is just lost for words.
Kowtow.
Oh, you still need to work on your social manners and graces, my friend, but don't worry, that will come with time. Have faith in the 8. Right, off you go then. Get out the door. Back in the world of the living, back inside the Miner's Arms, the rest, so you all are back asleep. Seth, you wake up with Howling shaking you. What's your watch? This is my time to have a snooze, if that's all right.
You could have napped and helped us out. So selfish.
He just looks confused.
Just gonna get up and go sit on the box and be like, one nap. You could have made a difference.
And that's where we're going to end today's session. So, guys, so this was our last session, our Christmas special, before our last one in 2019. We'll be back on January the 6th, Monday, January the 6th. Put it in your diaries. And I should say, for that last battle, your gift, Malar, Shade Creek, takes a form in the real world of this Star Wars 2020 planner.
It's a diary.
It's a little diary, yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
Write it in January the 6th, put it in the diary.
Thanks, Steve.
The walls between separation of gameplay and real life are going tumbling down, and I'm really not prepared for it.
Anyway, as I said, we'll be back in 2020, January the 6th, for our next session. We'll be picking things up from here, with you guys hopefully continuing on your way to solve this lycanthropy problem. But yes, the gods, a thing, whoa! I'll be talking more about what went on today in our last campaign diary of the year. It's Friday at 5 p.m. here on the channel. But to all of you, thank you very much for playing and joining me most Mondays in here in a very small space. Been a lot of fun so far, and I hope it continues that
And
way.
we'll continue.
Yes. Anyway, and to the rest of you, have a great Christmas and a happy New Year, and we will see you in 2020.
Bye.